the end of the show. You know what time it is. It is our games to discuss. Of course, the man that sits next to me every week, he's doing pretty good this year. 15-5 overall. You know what the red lights mean. It's decision time. He went 3-0 last week, so definitely going. That's 2 undefeated weeks for you, Mike. You had the 5-0 week, I believe, 2 weeks ago, and of course 3-0 last week. Oof. So 15-5 overall. We're going to do 4 games this week. We'll give you a little bit more of a challenge. 3 games. We'll let you off the hook with that one.
That's fair.
So our first game is going to be one of our bubble teams in Drain at Lowell to the Inferno, a battle of blue bloods for both teams, I guess I should say, trying to get some momentum going into postseason. For Drain, they've lost a couple of games in a row. They lost to Hanover Central last week. Of course, Chittard 2 weeks ago. Trying to get back on track. I believe it's going to have to come from Ballantyne because the quarterback, he's been the leader for Drain, but it's not easy to go to Lowell, especially when these two teams, like you say, it's a battle at the end of the year, every year. Usually it's for something more than just a win or a loss, maybe for a title but for this one, it's kind of like bragging rights in a way.
I'm thinking about it, man. We looked at the weather a little bit. It's supposed to rain all week.
Yes, it is.
And I think this is going to be kind of a run game. And Lowell, it's a nasty place to play in a rainy environment. Okay. The Inferno is one of the best, I'd say, most scariest places to play. At least I've experienced it. It's not a fun place to play being on the road, especially with all this rain coming down. And I thought about it. I think Andrain was kind of. I know how big they are in the pass. Scotty Valentine, again, one of the most prolific passers in the area in Andrean history, which is saying a lot. And he's got the receivers to reel in those passes. Jimmy Finley, Jones, they got all the guys over there. But I don't know. I think with the rain coming down, I initially said Andrean. I got the Lowell jersey here. I think I'm going to go actually with the Devils.
Wow.
I switched it up. I just told Jack at the break, we got the red here. I liked Andrean, but I just thought, the rain coming down, Andrean hasn't really found their run game that much. They haven't found that guy to pound the rock like the Drake Bowen of last year.
Yeah.
They just handed him the ball and go get me 5-6 yards. But now Lowell, I think that they're built on the run, and I think with this weather that we're having, I think they're going to win this dogfight. I say they win by. It's going to be another close matchup like they always have. I'm going to say they win by 3. The Devils. I know I switched it up on you a little bit, but I'm
switching it up on me. But Mike Dewan goes.
I'm gonna go with the Devils.
Lowell Red Devils, the home team.
The weather plays in their favor, and being at home of course they're both grass fields, Andrean and Lowell, but I think they get the job done in the sloppy weather they're going to have.
Our second game features a bubble team, one of our RSN top 10, the Calumet Warriors. We're going to go play the West Side Cougars. For Calumet, a team, I guess I say for both teams, really catching heat at the right time. But for Calumet, rough start to the year. Now they've kind of gotten back on track. And for the West Side Cougars, or I should say RBU, the number 9 team in our RSN top 10, we know the rushing attack they have. But for Calumet, they just beat a team with a heavy rushing attack in Griffith. So they're going to kind of have to face the same thing. Now, Westside probably has a better rushing game than Griffith, but it's still expecting the same run offense. It's going to be one of those ground and pound games. They're going to try to kill the clock as much as possible. And, we've seen Calumet win a game like that.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit chippy, I think. It's going to be a good game. Again, I think a great rivalry game that's kind of coming up in the GSSC. Calumet, I'd say, definitely more of a balanced offense. They're going to spread the ball around a little bit. They got the big players to do that. But Westside, I think they've had so much success running the ball. They're going to be at home. I think they're going to be juiced up, ready to go. I know Calumet's won the past 2 and the only 2 meetings against each other, but I think this is a different year. So I'm going to take the Westside Cougars. Orange.
Yeah, it's a little.
That's a little tough to see.
Maybe we can make it darker.
We promise that is there.
A little bit. It's a little light, but
I'm gonna take the Cougars here. I think they got the running game to do it. Giuseppe Moore, Amar, and Yalber. They're again two guys that could really beat you with their legs, and I think they could do that again. And again, they're gonna kind of be scoreboard watching. We're gonna talk about the Griffith Wheeler game in a little bit, but it's been a good year for Westside, and I think they keep it up on Friday at home.
So another home team for Mike Dewan. We'll see if he picks another home team. It's a top 10 matchup in our RSN rankings. Number 6, Michigan City, goes to Bulldog Stadium to face off against the number 1, Crown Point Bulldogs. Michigan City playing some of their best football, including Jaden Hart, the Syracuse commit running back. Of course, Crown Point, like we talked about, all the road wins they've had in a row, all the regular season wins they've had in a row, all the DAC wins they've had in a row. I mean, this team is as impressive as it gets, not just this year, but for the past years. It's going to be hard for Michigan City, but I do believe this is going to be a lot closer than your usual Crown Point home wins, because when people go to Crown Point, that's when things get a little out of control. I don't know. Crown Point's only played one probably 4-quarter game at home. That was Valpo. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I think the starters have only played one half and every other home game for them. Yeah. So I don't think that's the case. I think that the starters will have to be out there all 4 quarters. I believe this is probably going to be a 2-score game. I can see it being like 35-21. I think this is a Michigan City offense that can really spread things out, but this is also a Crown Point team that we know can make adjustments, one of the best head coaches in the area, and a lot of senior leaders who are being celebrated, especially, like you said, the Clark brothers, Landon Delich. A lot of their key players are seniors, and I mean, you can speak on it, obviously, as you're a former high school football player, that it means more no matter what your record is, no matter who you're playing, no matter what's going on. The win on your senior night, it's something you will remember. It's something that you take a lot of pride in, and I think that's the case with Crown Point, just because how strong their football program is and how strong their support is from the Crown Point faithful.
You got it. I mean, even if you're lucky enough to maybe get a scheduled home game in the playoffs, it doesn't really hit the same. Senior night is
the flowers. You have your family.
Your family's walking you out on the field. I get chills kind of thinking about it. It's a sad night. I mean, it's bittersweet, of course. You do it with the guys that you've probably been playing with for years and years, and it's kind of that last chapter of the book of your senior year, just about for many, and it's. I think I'm going to ride with the home guys again. I think you mentioned that there's the CP Red here, but you mentioned that it's going to be, I think, a close game. I'll say I think the weather, again, it
does play.
With 2 high-powered offenses, you may have to resort to the running game a little bit more. And I think Jaden Hart of Michigan City, with Xavier Williams, who did not play against Crown Point earlier this year, I think Jaden Hart's probably the best player Crown Point's going to face all year on the offensive side. So they got to really key in on him. City, I think the keys for Crown Point, first and foremost, they got to get off to a hot start. I think Chesterton was the slowest of their starts as of probably this whole year. Miscues all around, turnovers left and right. I think they got to turn it down, tone it down against a solid City team. But as great as Crown Point is on the road, I think they're probably even better at home, and they've shown it this year. And I think they do it again. I think it's going to be a close game, like you said, but I'll take Crown Point I'll go 10 on this one.
Top 10 matchup. Now time for our final game to discuss. It's one of our game nights built by Von Tobel. Griffith at number 8. Wheeler, we talked about how a Wheeler win really gives them some type of accomplishment they haven't had in a while. It's really big for them just because, this team, like you said, started from the bottom. Now we're here. I mean, that's how they've been.
Jersey.
That's, 0-3. Now they're 5-3. GSSC South title with a win, first since I believe 2015. I believe.
Check our notes.
Nick Testa, his first year. Yeah. We have Bryce Compton, the receiver. This is a team that's really well balanced. On the Griffith side of things, this is a very young and experienced team, but they are playing a lot better than people expected. And Jackson Lawson is a beast. You want to talk about a guy who really can put a team on his shoulders, literally, and run the football? It's Jackson Lawson. I mean, last week, he scored every point for Griffith last week. He had 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. Griffith only had 15 points last week. 133 rushing yards, I believe, 26 carries. He's been the guy. Can't forget about Colton Strezzo, the quarterback, another guy to defense. Drew Ellis is one of the guys. He's had an impressive year, a junior as well for Griffith. It's going to be a test because it is a decent drive for them as well. You're kind of going near that Valpo area, not downtown, but it's kind of near like Deep River Water Park.
West side,
just about
like
over there.
Four Seasons
like
area.
The Four Seasons area. So for Griffith, they've got a lot on their hand, but for Wheeler, you're at home, brand new stadium. I mean, it's the first year they're playing under it. And they feel really good about themselves. We talked about how this 5-game winning streak isn't just close wins. They're dominating competition. And one of those wins on that 5-game winning streak was against one of our top 10 teams, the Boone Grove Wolves. And we've talked about weeks how impressive they are and how hard it is to beat them. Well, the Wheeler Bearcats have done that. And we know that they can pass the ball and they can run the ball. And I'm excited to see this one because we have 2 different types of offenses. We talk about Griffith, they're going to ground and pound. But for Wheeler, the aerial attack has really come alive for this one.
Yeah, you got it. I think although it's week 9 and senior nights are being celebrated all over,
Yeah.
the area, I think this could very well be a junior night. These are two of, again, like we said earlier,
Yeah.
the better junior teams in the area. Griffith, again, one senior. Wheeler has the three-headed backfield and offensive backfield of Klimzak, Ortiz, and Compton, who are all juniors. But it's going to be a fun one. I think the weather, again, pending, it benefits Griffith. I say Jackson Lawson, again, tuning out to be one of the best junior running backs, maybe just running backs in the area, if not the conference. But Wheeler's hot right now. And, again, I think them being at home, they're kind of a different beast as well. They beat a solid Boone Grove team at home, and I think they get off to a hot start again. And I'm going to go with Wheeler, who wins their first division title. Oh, we're going to go with the Wheeler green.
We're going to go green. We went orange. We went
orange
with Westside. We're going to change the colors a little bit.
Don't get it twisted. The Wheeler green here, they're going to win on their senior night. And again, Nick Testa caps off a magical regular season, I think, for Wheeler. Griffith, I think they got to keep it close. We're going to talk about probably the keys to the game when we get there on our kickoff show tomorrow. But again, Wheeler start hot. Griffith, you got to chew the clock a little bit. You can't let Wheeler get too far in front of you. And Wheeler can't get caught up in the moment. Again, emotions are riding high. There's a lot to play for. A lot of teams are banking on your defeat. A lot of division teams are scoreboard watching you, I bet. And it's all eyes are on you that night. Close out the year and, again, cap off the worst to first campaign. And, again, we're happy to be there. It's one of our game nights built by Von Tobel, and it's our first game covering there at their new field. That's going to be a fun one.
It's our first time we're doing a game of Wheeler and Griffith. We haven't streamed any of those teams yet, so I'm sure both of those teams will be excited. And I know we are very excited just because Griffith, always fun to see them play. Phil Mason, one of the best head coaches in the area. Of course, like you said, Wheeler, with the magical story, the magic that's going on for that school with Nick Testa in his first year. I'm really excited to see that team play just because it is a beautiful football field. And with the lights, it's one of those football fields that's in the middle of nowhere. So it's like almost like a Field of Dreams kind of atmosphere. You got middle of nowhere, but you got the bright lights, you got the field, and you got the fans there.
If you build it, they will come, they say. So.
And they built it, and they have come. And we're coming.
We're coming. We're there. So.
We're coming for the first time this year. I'm really excited. Once again, one of our game nights built by Von Tobel. That'll be a video broadcast, of course, as we're concluding today's Region Football Weekly, week number 9. Mike, any final words before we wrap things up on this Thursday night and get everyone ready for Friday night football?
Week 9, man. Bundle up. Stay
Yeah,
dry. It's
absolutely.
A lot of rain in the forecast, but again, let's have some fun. I say this kind of every week, but take it all in. It's senior night for a lot of these home teams out here that are maybe haven't celebrated. I know some schools do it in the earlier parts of the season, but take it all in. It's fun, but then once the ceremony's over, it's time to play some ball. So we're expecting a lot of good games this week, and the regular season already. It flies by just like that. So it's been fun over here, but let's have a good one.
Absolutely. A big thank you to our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, our operations manager, Rich Castillo, our coordinating producer, Claude Martinez, our producer, Zach Zanelli, Mike Dewan, always sitting right next to me. And, of course, a big thank you to you, all the viewers or listeners, for watching and listening to today's show and all the shows that we've done over the year. It's been a blast, talking football with everybody of the Region Sports family, and we hope you've enjoyed these shows over the course of the past months. But we're not done yet. We're going to keep going on through postseason as well. But this edition of Region Football Weekly will conclude in our Centier Bank Studios as you're watching us on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Update your kitchen or bathroom with Von Tobel. Get 20% off select cabinets now through October 28th. Von Tobel has cabinets and vanities in a range of styles and colors. Plus, built-in storage, countertops, and flooring. Our designers will help you find the perfect selections for your style and budget. Scan to visit VonTobels.com today to book your free consultation at one of our 4 Indiana showrooms. Von Tobel. Building better together.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace of mind and a finished job that exceeds your expectations. For more info about Quintel and the services they provide, visit quintel-inc.com.
Said that to him.
Did you?
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
The only thing I know how to do.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
How far would you go to relive another Friday night under the lights? Well, lucky for you, you don't need to go that far at all. At Region Sports Network, we have a collection of over thousands of games, ranging from last week to the 1960s. Now, you can relive the thrilling victories, the heartbreaking defeats, and all the things that make Friday Night Lights so great. Talk to us here at RSN and help us remember the region. Please visit Remember the Region with the link on the screen or through our link tree found on our social media platforms. Hashtag Remember the Region.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack and Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Growing up in Northwest Indiana, I am proud that my family's been doing business here for nearly 100 years, which started with my grandfather, John Gladish. Over my career, I've witnessed families being torn apart by the negligence of others, and everything from unguarded openings at construction sites to reckless driving on our roads. Our experienced attorneys, paralegals, and staff know that insurance companies and their lawyers will go to great lengths to avoid paying compensation. Do not waste your one and only opportunity to seek fair compensation for your loss. Give the Gladish Law Group a call and put our team to work for you.
Since 2000, Hose Connections in Hammond has been a premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop offering quality hydraulic and pneumatic products and services. Hose Connections takes pride in not only meeting but exceeding customers' expectations. To learn all about the products and services that Hose Connections offers, visit hoseconnectionsinc.com or call 219-844-6570. Hose Connections in Hammond, proven under pressure.
Automatic deposit. Centure Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit centure.com/student checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centure student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centure checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the Nika contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
For over 100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate, to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117. Welcome to Public Bar and Rec, located in downtown Crown Point, a place for good games, good drinks, and good food. So come in and make it public. Try to survive zombie dodgeball, score a hole-in-one playing golf, or choose from over 13 multi-sport simulator games while fueling your competition with a variety of appetizers, entrees, and beverages. We have games for all ages with our family-friendly hours till 9 p.m. Reserve your simulator at publicbarandrec.com and let the fun begin.
It's almost Halloween, and Heinold & Feller Tire Company and Lawn Equipment in Valparaiso announces their Monster Tire Sale. Now through October 31st, save up to $240 on a set of 4 Bridgestone Auto or light truck tires. Visit Heinold & Feller Tire Company and Lawn Equipment at 1707 East Lincoln Highway in Valparaiso. And you can also check them out on the web at heinold-feller.com. Hurry and get your savings because this spooktacular sale won't last long. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Better Beef of Indiana. Hormone-free, locally raised, and locally processed beef. Better Beef of Indiana is located in Valpo at 2600 Beach Street, where you could buy individual cuts of beef completely raised in Hebron. From single pounds of ground beef to filet mignon, Better Beef of Indiana has it all. Visit their website at betterbeefindiana.com. Follow them on Facebook or call the owner, Kevin, directly at 219-508-5797. Better Beef of Indiana, where quality meets value. Looking to buy a used vehicle at a reasonable price in the Valparaiso area? Then check out Valpo Car Company, a family-owned dealership since 2009. Recently given an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau, Valpo Car Company finances all types of credit. Stop in and see the owner, Nick Mandich, a 2002 Valparaiso High School graduate, at their dealership at 150 East US Highway 6 in Valpo. You always could check out their website at www.valpocarco.com, where you can easily find the used car you want in seconds. Valpo Car Company, we could help you get into the ride you want.
The secret to making life better is found at Duffy's Place in Valparaiso. With a staff that loves their customers, Duffy's Place is open 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. daily. Looking for great food? Check out the menu that has something for everyone, including wings, burgers, and pierogies. Duffy's also has a patio for outdoor seating. If it's live music you're looking for, this is the place for you. Stop in for a bite and watch your favorite hometown team. Duffy's Place, 1154 Axe Avenue in Valparaiso.
And they usually are.
Experience the White Rhino, Chicagoland's premier bar and grill. Choose from a selection of mouth-watering lunch and dinner entrees. Like sports? Watch your favorite team on one of our 21 HD TVs. Plus, stick around for the best in late-night entertainment. Reserve our private loft for your next event. And be sure to check our drink selection with 125 beers to choose from. Dining, sports, nightlife. The White Rhino.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Yeah. And then finally,
Centrally located in downtown Indianapolis, the Hampton Inn is just steps away from Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Situated at 105 South Meridian Street, shopping, restaurants, entertainment, and many Indianapolis attractions are in near proximity. Hampton Inn has much to offer, including a hot breakfast, high-speed internet access in every room, as well as a gym fitness center. For reservations, the number is 317-261-1200. The website is hamptonin3.hilton.com. Hampton Inn, Indianapolis, downtown.
How far would you go to relive another Friday night under the lights? Well, lucky for you, you don't need to go that far at all. At Region Sports Network, we have a collection of over thousands of games, ranging from last week to the 1960s. Now, you can relive the thrilling victories, the heartbreaking defeats, and all the things that make Friday Night Lights so great. Talk to us here at RSN and help us remember the region. Please visit Remember the Region with the link on the screen or through our link tree found on our social media platforms. Hashtag Remember the Region.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night in the Region, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/regionsports, youtube.com/regionsports, regionsports.com, and ihsaatv.org. We come to you tonight from Viking Field on the campus of Valparaiso High School as Von Tobel presents the Lake Central Indians taking on the number 3 Valparaiso Vikings. Michael Brenner on site here at Viking Stadium, Viking Field, along with thankfully the only Jay Simmons.
I love it. I love when you bring me into the game. It's always something new and inventive. We've got the Vikings, coming in after a couple games, big wins against Portage and against Maryville. Maryville win 26-24 the last 2 games, and then you've got Lake Central coming in 1-1 in the last 2 games, a loss to Chesterton 20-14, and last week a win against Chesterton 20-14, and then you've got a 38-9 loss from Maryville. So both of these teams getting ready for the playoffs. Mr. Bradner, what do you think is going to happen tonight?
We talk about all season long. We talk about, kind of if we were to break the season into sections, into thirds, if you will.
Right.
Usually that middle third, that weeks 4 through 6, those are the weeks that you're truly finding your identity, and those are the ones that are. And then the last 3 weeks are you're getting those things, like you have your identity, but you're getting those final critiques ready to go. We're in the final week of the season, and in my opinion, you really should be honing in and getting those last little tidbits that you're ready to go. You're trying to fine-tune those things to get ready for the tournament.
So you're saying you want to be right where
these teams are. But the problem is like obviously we have a pretty nasty weather night tonight.
How about it?
The rain is coming down, or I should say it's kind of sprinkling. It looks a lot heavier than probably really is down on the field. So that's going to limit what you can do on the field a little bit, especially in the passing game. And that's kind of where Lake Central's strength is. Now, it helps a team like Valparaiso, but you have Lake Central's defense that gives up not a whole lot of yards on the ground. So it's going to be an interesting game on that perspective. However, you have question marks about these teams. Valparaiso, I don't think a lot of people, if you were to really sit down and look at that team last year, was really expecting them to go to the state championship game. I mean, maybe there was there's some potential for that. Some people may say that should be the expectation again this year. I can't say that's for certain for a lot of people. Lake Central is still a question mark in my book because you have so many weeks where you don't know if your top running back is playing. And then last week, Maryville beat them. What was it? You had 38-9. And their quarterback, Chase Kwiatkowski, went down pretty early in that game. So if you don't have your star running back, you don't have your top quarterback in the game, that's not going to lead to a whole lot of wins. They're not playing in this game either tonight. So we were able to see that in warm-ups. I mean, we'll see if things change, but it's going to be interesting to see where these two teams fall as we get ready for postseason. Are they just resting to stay healthy to get ready? Because these two teams also have a bye week next week.
Yes, they do. And, it's pretty much the Doolin Conference standings are set in stone. You've got, unless Crown Point falters this week, and Crown Point is playing Michigan City at Crown Point, so they are 6-0 and 8-0 overall. So if they stumble and Valpo to win, then they would split the conference overall. But I don't see that happening. Crown Point's been putting a great season together. They have scored 299 points, and only giving up 59 on the season, Crown Point Bulldogs. Wow.
That's not too shabby.
No. And you got to look at Valpo right now. They've scored 266 points and given up 126. So that's pretty good defense right there for the Vikings, along with Lake Central. They're sort of flipped on that one. They've given up 191 points and scored only 170. So you can tell by the records, 4-4 for Lake Central and 6-2 for Crown Point by the scoring differentials. And yes, it is a nasty weather night. That is going to be the element. How many turnovers? Who's going to turn the ball over the most tonight? And who's going to be able to keep the ball on the ground, keep the ball off the ground, and be able to establish a running game? So it's going to be an interesting game when it comes to that tonight.
So I was talking with I was talking to Doug Nelson last week. That's who I was working with last week. And one of the things that we said to kind of even a playing field, like Lake Central is excited to play in a game like this, I would imagine. You've coached. You know how this works. A game like this almost evens the playing field, does it not?
Yes, it does. I think rain is a great equalizer in football. In no other sport do you just keep right on playing, maybe soccer, stuff like that. But when you're playing football, I think it sort of takes away certain aspects like you talked about, the passing game. It limits you, and now all of a sudden it's going to be a grind to try and get first downs tonight. All of a sudden now special teams snaps, holds on the PAT, kickoff return, punt returns. Now all of a sudden those factors that really don't come into play on a dry night now become a major issue. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight.
So I'm interested in this game, and then you say conference standings are set. If equalizing standpoints here, Michigan City, they already stunned Lake Central earlier this year. Could they stun Crown Point? In this game, Valpo could get a share of the Duneland Athletic Conference title tonight as well with a Crown Point loss. I think that's something we should pay attention to over the course of the evening. But we're going to step aside for just a moment. You are watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Update your kitchen or bathroom with Von Tobel. Get 20% off select cabinets now through October 28th. Von Tobel has cabinets and vanities in a range of styles and colors, plus built-in storage, countertops, and flooring. Our designers will help you find the perfect selections for your style and budget. Scan to visit VonTobels.com today to book your free consultation at one of our 4 Indiana showrooms. Von Tobel, building better together.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace of mind and a finished job that exceeds your expectations. For more info about Quintel and the services they provide, visit quintel-inc.com.
I don't even know. Wheeler and Gray.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
How far would you go to relive another Friday night under the lights? Well, lucky for you, you don't need to go that far at all. At Region Sports Network, we have a collection of over thousands of games, ranging from last week to the 1960s. Now, you can relive the thrilling victories, the heartbreaking defeats, and all the things that make Friday Night Lights so great. Talk to us here at RSN and help us remember the region. Please visit Remember the Region with the link on the screen or through our link tree found on our social media platforms. Hashtag Remember the Region.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, presented by Von Tobel. Michael Brenner here, along with the one and thankfully the only Jay Simmons. Always a pleasure to be by your side, sir, because you don't spend enough time with me at our other job together. I mean, you really don't. I barely see you over there.
That's true.
You hide out in the gym and don't ever come out of your corner of the woods over there.
My hole?
Yeah. You never leave the gym.
No, never.
That's why.
So let's talk about the Indians. So we talked about it. On the season, they are averaging 21 points offensively and defensively, giving up 23 points. That's what spells a 4-4 record for them. You got Chase Kwiatkowski, who was on the sidelines in street clothes. He is 66 for 114, 978 yards passing, 10 TDs, 3 interceptions. Nice touchdown to pass interception ratio, 72 rushes, 354 yards, but he's not playing tonight.
No.
And then you got Xavier Williams on the season, committed to Iowa, 74 rushes, 483 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 catches, and 6 yards. So their number 1 and 2 threats are out of the game. That's gonna spell a little bit of trouble for the Indians tonight. I mean, you've got some receivers that got some decent numbers. L.J. Richardson's 32 catches, 484 yards, 5 TDs. Mason Lopez, 3 catches, 26 yards. Let's see, James Graham, 23 catches, 408 yards, 5 touchdowns. But those guys really are not going to be a factor tonight with this heavy rain. The slick ball is going to end up falling on the backup, and that's Amarion Brooks at running back, number 3, and Cameron Rhetoric, number 2, at the quarterback position. So it's going to fall on some inexperienced guys. And I think, and I know talking with Coach Good and stuff like that, they really got to perform well on first and second downs. They cannot get into those third and long situations, A, because of the weather, and B, they don't have much experience going on in the backfield.
Well, yeah, we had a chance to talk to Coach Good before the game, and yeah, he said it has to be second and manageable. He doesn't want to get in these third and long situations. He wants to be able to get the first down and really kind of control the clock a little bit on his end of the field.
Yeah, so. And it's as we're talking here, the rain has picked up a little bit. It's almost like a sideways rain. So and then you look at the
sideways.
And then you look at Lake Central defensively. You got Jamon Williams with 29 tackles. Let's see, that's Dylan Knezovich, 17 tackles. Christian Gavin, 50 tackles. You're just talking the front 3 right there.
Right.
So they are aggressive. They're quick to the ball. They're going to be tested here tonight against that big offensive line for the Vikings.
Well, go ahead.
I was just going to say a couple other guys. You got Jeffrey Lucas with 83 tackles and an interception, and then Tyler Bisic. Did I say that right? 61. Besic. Okay, thank you. 66 tackles, and Matt Penman with 52 tackles at the linebacker position. So you've got some guys flying around the ball, and those are some pretty good numbers, especially playing in the Doolin Conference. It's a big physical conference. Their defense is doing a nice job. It's just they're on the field too much for the Indians.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that's going to work in the Indians' favor is when we were talking to Coach Good, and I've seen it with my own eyes. Lake Central's very good defensively at stopping the run, and that's primarily what we anticipate seeing from both teams here tonight. So that'll be an interesting way. And we know Justin Clark likes to run. We know Thomas Berta likes to run as well. So that'll be interesting to see if Lake Central can stop that run game, and that's one of their strengths as a defense.
Yeah, and we'll talk about more about the Vikings after this break.
Yep, absolutely. So you're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack and Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use, and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Intelligent, I can't go with you on.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, presented by Von Tobel. Michael Brender back here with Jay Simmons. All right, we talked about Lake Central a little bit. I want you to tell me a little bit about the Valparaiso Vikings.
Well, let's start, right at where it all happens, and that's Justin Clark, the quarterback, number 5, 34 for 88. 586 yards on the season, 5 TDs, 3 interceptions. And not a great touchdown to interception ratio. So he's really not the guy that's punching it in to cross the goal line. 79 rushes, 574 yards, 4 TDs. He does score just as well with his legs as he does through the air. And then you've got Thomas Berta, the tailback, 64 carries, 372 yards. And Travis Davis, who plays quite a bit as well. He's sort of the big bruising back. You got Thomas Berto, he's a little bit quicker, a little bit smaller. Oh, Travis Davis, IR. I did not see that part.
Well, I should say that he wasn't available last time. He was not on our depth chart when we started, so I did not see him out in warm-ups. He didn't play a couple of weeks ago, so we'll have to wait and see. I didn't get a chance to ask Coach Marshall about his availability, so we'll wait and see when we get out there.
And then you got Scotty Bradney. 5 rushes, 44 yards, 1 TD, 14 catches, 286 yards. Wow, I like that. It's almost about 20 yards a catch there, and 3 TDs as well. I mean, he's got 5 or 6 different receivers listed here. You got Julian Stokes, 9 catches, 171 yards, 2 TDs. You got Damari Gordon on the outside, 5 catches, 50 yards, 0 TDs, and then you got Charles Coop, 3 rushes, 54 yards. So he's got all kinds of, here I missed one. I'm sorry, Keegan Begley with 2 catches, 18 yards, no touchdown. So you've got all kinds of different receivers. And, at the beginning of the season when I saw Valpo play, he did spread the ball out all over the place, but mainly it was a rushing style offense, and this is the type of weather where you're going to rush the ball a lot. And you've got some good size up front. I mean, you look at some of their guys up front, you look at DeAndre Price, 6'2", 305. You call him a lot of things. You don't call him late for lunch, So, I mean, at 305, and then you got Matt Hoffer at 6'6", 295. So you got some big guys out there for the Valparaiso offensive line. So they're going to really try to establish that push up front. Hey, I got Coach Mr. Bradner here laughing as we're talking. Hey, have you not heard that one before?
I have not, mainly because I was never the kid late for lunch.
But then on the flip side, you got the Valparaiso defense also only giving up 15 points a game. So that is a stout defense. When you've got this dueling conference, I saw these guys play against Crown Point, and they gave them everything they could handle. Just the Crown Point passing game just sort of took over towards the end of the game. But what a great game that was! That was a battle for the season right there. One of the best games probably this year. So Valparaiso defense gave up 0 points to a stout Crown Point team in the first half. So I think it's going to be, with this rain, it is definitely going to be an equalizer tonight.
So we might see a very close ball game. It
was
close.
Very low scoring, I think.
It was close last year. Valpo beat Lake Central 21-14 just a season ago, so we'll see what that score looks like at the end of the night tonight. We're going to step aside for just one more moment. When we come back, we'll give you the Gladish Law Group starting lineups, even though Jay's kind of revealed some of those already. So
and don't forget the weather report, which we've already talked about quite a bit.
I think just about everybody knows about the weather report already. So we'll give that, brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. But we'll step aside for just a moment. You're watching Game Night, but by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Growing up in Northwest Indiana, I am proud that my family's been doing business here for nearly 100 years, which started with my grandfather, John Gladish. Over my career, I've witnessed families being torn apart by the negligence of others, and everything from unguarded openings at construction sites to reckless driving on our roads. Our experienced attorneys, paralegals, and staff know that insurance companies and their lawyers will go to great lengths to avoid paying compensation. Do not waste your one and only opportunity to seek fair compensation for your loss. Give the Gladish Law Group a call and put our team to work for you.
Since 2000, Hose Connections in Hammond has been a premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop offering quality hydraulic and pneumatic products and services. Hose Connections takes pride in not only meeting but exceeding customers' expectations. To learn all about the products and services that Hose Connections offers, visit hoseconnectionsinc.com or call 219-844-6570. Hose Connections in Hammond, proven under pressure.
Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Centier Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit Centier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Just finishing up the national anthem here at Viking Field. Let's take a look at our Gladish Law Group starting lineup. Gladish Law Group, they're here to help. Actions, not words. For the Valparaiso Vikings, the home team on the scoreboard today. You got the quarterback Justin Clark with the running back Thomas Berta in the lineup. Julian Stokes, Damari Gordon, Charles Kopp, Scotty Bradney, and Keegan Bagley, your receivers today. On the offensive line, the best friends of any quarterback on a Friday night.
Yes, they are.
Matt Hofer, Peyton Barrera, DeAndre Price, Caden Reeder, and Caleb Sharp.
Yeah.
Starting defense.
I was just going to say real quick, that's a big offensive line. 295, 265, 305, 270, 265. That's some good size.
I mean, those weren't you those like your IQ scores the first couple of years in school or something like that? Yeah. Starting special teams for Valparaiso tonight. Drayden Wilcox is your kicker. He'll be punting as well. Evan Olson is your long snapper, and Charles Kopp is your holder. Your returners, Tyler Verschner, Julian Stokes, and Austin McKenzie. And then your punt returners, Tyler Verschner and Thomas Berta. Starting defense for the Lake Central Indians, Jamon Williams, Dylan Knezovich, and Christian Gavin, as we await to see who wins the toss. On the linebacker core, you got Chris Gavin, Jeffrey Lucas, Tyler Bessich, and Matt Penman. And then in the backfield, you have Ryder Fernandez, Mylan Davis, Amarian Brooks, and Michael Liggy. We'll give you Lake Central starting offense here in just a moment, along with the Valpo defense.
And let's get the weather report while we're sitting there.
Yes, boss. Our Friday night forecast brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast, a very balmy 55 degrees with a very light, is it done? No, there's still a little light drizzle falling from the skies over here in Porter County. A very nice, calm evening for football, minus the little rain coming our way here. But that's your game night forecast, brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. And you can contact them at forajobdoneright.com. So were you watching to see who's...
Lake Central is receiving the ball, so you can go over to Lake Central, that Gladish Law Group starting lineups for the Lake Central Indians.
See how I started with Valpo and then I worked my way to Lake Central? Because it's like I knew what was going to happen. Yeah. Planned it out that way.
Mind reader.
I'm good like that. You can get your lottery tickets later today. I'll give you those numbers a little bit later on this evening. So for Lake Central, we had it as Chase Kwiatkowski is going to be your starting quarterback tonight. It will not be. I believe it'll be number 2. We'll wait officially to see who they roll out there. I do see number 2 out there on the field right now. That's Cameron Reddick. He got a little bit of playing time last week after the injury to Chase Kwiatkowski. According to stats that we've seen already this season, that's not going to be right based on what I've got there. I will take a look at that. We'll figure that out in just a little bit.
Let's get out the rest of those lineups. Right?
Yeah, we got the Xavier Williams, not going to be starting at the tailback position, but it's going to be
anybody
Amarian
that's going to play?
I know. Amarian Brooks is going to be your starting tailback. Mason Lopez, James Graham III, L.J. Richardson in your receiving core. You got Owen Denny as the halfback today. And then starting special teams, Owen Denny due to kick things off with Trevor, might actually be Trevor Baldwin out there. And then you got Braden Schneider, your long snapper, and Trevor Kubacki as your holder. And then the defense up front, as we'll see Drayden Wilcox kicking things away for the Valparaiso Vikings. We'll give you those Valpo defensive starters in just a moment. Is this one going to be picked up at about the 10-yard line by Amarian Brooks? I beg your pardon, that is number 1. That's L.J. Richardson on the return. Gets up to about the 15-yard line. So I looked at it on here first. I got you. Okay. I got you. L.J. Richardson.
I was talking about...
Oh, the offensive line.
Offensive line. Don't forget those guys.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The best friends. You got Jonathan Ross starting at left tackle. Little Jimmy Johnson in the left guard position. Brogan Damron is the center. Andy Allegria is the right guard, and then Matthew Kafka is your right tackle today for Lake Central. Good call though on the offensive line. I was going to look right over them. Those are some of those most important ones here. Is this one? We see Richardson in motion here. Reddick goes to hand off. We're going to see a run to the left side with Amarian Brooks, who gets tackled in the backfield immediately and back spun out to about the 11-yard line here.
Yeah, number 48 for the Valparaiso Vikings, who of course is not on our depth chart. I can't. Oh, there he is.
He's there.
Okay.
He's just not in bigger letters like you wanted. Fedorchek.
Yep, there you go.
Ben Fedorchek. Snap here, hand off to Richardson, who's trying to make a turn on the right side and makes that cut all the way to the far side of the field. Tries to get some positive yardage on that one and does so, taken out at about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, nice job getting out to the outside, getting around that corner. What we talked about at the beginning of the game is they wanted to stay out of those third and unmanageables, and now they got third and about 7. Big conversion down for the Indians here.
Tanner Young, Ruben Wall, Dylan McGuire, and Parker Gleason on that front line. Tommy Ampliotis, Ty Veen, Brendan Gagan, and then Sammy Ampliotis in the linebacker core, and in the backfield, Tyler Verschner, Jacob Moore, and TJ Watkins here as we look to throw. Flag on the field on this one here as we got a lot of guys getting spun down at about the 10-yard line over there, but the flag came almost immediately, so we'll see if it's going to back the Indians up a little bit here.
Well, if it's it might have been offsides.
It's going to be holding against the Indians.
And I'm assuming that Valparaiso will decline that, and the punt team will trot on for the Indians.
Yep, it is
so things
waved off.
I was going to say, things didn't turn out the way they wanted to for the Indians. And again, like Coach Good said, they wanted to stay out of those third and long situations, and they were unable to do that.
By the way, we brought you that Gladish Law Group, as Gladish Law Group continues to be recognized by U.S. News and World Report as a top law firm. Visit dgladishlaw.com for more information. Owen Denny kicks this one away. Really nice kick and picked up and bounced away at the 35-yard line. Tyler Verscher picking that one up and kind of bobbling. Again, it's going to be a wet football out there with the
That is conditions. Not going to be the first ball that hits the ground tonight.
See, I predicted things earlier. No, you're predicting things here in this one. By the way, we had a Quintel kickoff for you a little bit earlier, and that was at the very start of this game. That kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. And this will actually be a Four Seasons first down. First and 10 here from the 35-yard line. Not a bad start for the Vikings. Defending 5A state champions. Keep here from Clark as he runs ahead, gets across the 45, so he'll get the first down and a little bit more.
Yeah, looks like about a pickup of 11 on the first play from the line of scrimmage for the Vikings. Just a simple Justin Clark fake dive and just follows his running back into the hole and picks up a nice first down.
And that first down is brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialist. I'm not sure what kind of specialist Jay is for me, but he is one. Berto runs ahead here and across the 50 and taken out of bounds around the 44-yard line. That's Thomas Berta, the 5'9" junior.
Looks like it's going to be another first down. That's Four Seasons first down.
Look at you. 20 years on the job and finally learning
I've got the first read right of my life.
Well, I gave you another one, so you got to do that one a little bit later. So, again, first and 10 here from the 43.5, we'll call it. With the clock winding here, 10:42 to go in the opening quarter. Clark keeps, runs across the 40, and is tackled as he spins across the 35. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, what a nice job. They're running over to right guard. Caden Reeder and Caleb Sharp right there, just getting some good pushes right up there. I think this is the shortest they've gone on first down to only 9 yards.
Well, and it looks like here, I mean,
it almost looks like a first down.
I'd say one could argue that might actually be a first down, and Coach Marshall may try to say that, hey, bring those chains out there, but clock continues to wind down here as we're nearing the 10-minute mark here. And
we got 10 seconds on the play clock. Let's see if they can get a play off.
They're trying to get to the line here as they do. It's second down and 1 on the 34.5-yard line there as this one juts ahead and out across the 30, taken down around the 25-yard line. That was Berta on the carry.
Yeah, again, running off of that same side, the right side of offensive line. It ran a little unbalanced right there, had an extra lineman on that side, and just got another great push. That right side is going to be wore out here soon. So now they're going unbalanced to the left side.
It's got to be challenging on the defensive end because Valpo does spread you out a little bit. They got trips to that left side here as Berta tries to find a hole in that left side, and he's powering his way through down to the 10-yard line. It'll be another Four Seasons Mechanical first down.
Well, if you notice, and when they've been running unbalanced, the defensive line is not sliding to the unbalanced side, so that leaves that defensive end all alone with two guys to block them.
First and goal here. Berta jutting ahead. Did he get into the end zone? I thought I saw a flag fly. They do rule touchdown.
Yes,
on
there
the
is. Right at the point of attack. And it looks like it's going to be a holding on the Vikings.
Yep, that's what they are signaling. We did see the near side official here near the pylon signal touchdown, but he was...
well, they still have to finish the play.
Correct. So a touchdown taken off the board for the Vikings, and it'll back them up a little bit here. So it was first and goal. It's still technically first and goal, but it's going to look more like first and 20 now.
It'll be first and goal from the 17-yard line.
I went with what's on the board.
Oh, well.
They had ball on 20, so
yeah.
I was reading that.
Don't trust the scorekeeper.
I trust them more than I trust you.
Oh. And I'd unbalance to the right side here. See if they go to that side.
Clark keeps, gets across the 20, the 15, trying to get to the 10-yard line before he is stopped by a plethora of Indians.
Yes, nice job by Scotty Bredney on the outside, being able to seal that linebacker stepping up. And then Justin Clark saw that block and bounced it to the outside and picked up a nice gain on first down. It's going to be second down. It looks like about 10.
So we know Justin Clark and Warren had about 80 rushes coming into tonight. Already has 2 or 3 here in this one for some good yardage at that.
Yes.
Handoff, Berta, right side, getting across the 5-yard line. So this will be a big third down coming up here for Lake Central.
Looks like it's going to be third down and 4. Berta, if he would have had a little bit more peripheral vision, he had a hole on the left side of that offensive line he could have drove a truck through, but he stayed right with his blocking, followed it, picked up a nice gain, 6 yards on second down there, so it's going to be third down and about 4.5. I'm throwing a half-yard in there.
There you go. Berta's really been the pickup guy after Travis Davis went down a few weeks ago. Berta's been getting a lot of those carries in his absence. Handoff here, Berta through the hole and into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Yep. Nice push right there. Travis Berta gets that ball again. That right side of the offensive line, right over the right guard center area, just getting a great push. They have established that front right now, and it only took one drive.
And if you look across, it is just a plethora of juniors on that offensive line that we have here. So 4 of the 5 are all juniors, 1 senior, as Wilcox on to kick the extra with, that's not Kopp the holder. That'll be waved off as we do have a flag on the field.
Number 6.
Yep, number 6 is Jacob Moore, so he's the holder in this one. Our long snapper will be Evan Olson for the Vikings, although see what the call is going to be. Are we declining penalties? So I was looking down. Didn't see the official call as to what the penalty was. But in any case, it's going to be a little bit closer for the kick, it looks like.
Half a yard.
Yeah, but still a little bit closer. So on to attempt the extra point. High snap, kick is up. It appears to be good. It is indeed, and 7-0 your score right out of the gate for the Valparaiso Vikings. You're watching Game Night, but by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, presented by Von Tobel. This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. That kick taken right at the goal line by, it looks like Richardson again, who gets a nice return out across the 25-yard line.
Yeah, nice job. Got up into that wall a little bit. found a little crease and was able to get a nice return.
You know, I during that commercial break, I have never seen anyone become public enemy number one in a press box more so than you just did.
What are you talking
It was quite amazing.
It only took It only took 5 minutes of the game,
mean,
right?
you open your mouth and just instantly, everybody went.
Yeah, they
blew that man.
They love me.
Under 8 minutes to play in the opening quarter here at Viking Field. The Vikings up on Lake Central 7-0. It was a close game last year, 21-14 in favor of the Vikings. As Reddick looks to throw, pass is deflected. Intended target was Mason Lopez.
T.J. Watkins on the coverage. Boy, that's some good, tight coverage right there. Swatted the ball, perfect timing, swatted the ball right out of his hands as it got there.
That might be, is that the, off the top of my head, is that the first pass of the game today?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so there you go. First pass of the game, and it's incomplete. Skill Force winds come in here to the press box a little bit. Again, we're going to blame Jay on that one. 7:52 to go here in the opening quarter. Delayed handoff to Brooks here, who is able to break a tackle and get a couple of yards on the play. I know you know Amarion Brooks pretty well, and this, breaking away from a tackle like that, nothing new to him.
No, he is a very physical, hard runner. The only bad thing is he's behind Xavier Williams, so he doesn't get a whole lot of carries. 79 carries for 268 yards, 1 touchdown. So they need to come up with a big conversion play right here. 3rd down and about 8. Need to get that first down of the game for the Indians.
Yeah, we haven't seen. This is exactly what Coach Good said. He doesn't want to see his team get into a 3rd and long situation, as you pointed out earlier. Play clock winding down to 2-1. Here's the snap just in time. Reddick looking to throw. Throws to the left side. He's going to find his receiver. He's going to stumble around the 30. Tries to get through some area here. Gets to the 35-yard line.
Looks like he's about a yard short.
Catch was made by Trevor Kubacki here on the near side, and going to be 4th and 1. I mean, in a game like this, it's the last game of the regular season. You're trying to fine-tune yourself. You know you're going to have next week off. I mean, do you have any thoughts of maybe going for that?
I would definitely be going for it right here.
Well, it looks like we are going to punt Owen Denny out on the field here.
I would have at least 3 different fake punt plays in my repertoire and be using one of them right here.
Well, and obviously Coach Good knows the health of his team a lot better than we do. Just for conversation purposes, as Owen Denny makes a nice kick all the way to the 30-yard line, and that's one of the nice things for Coach Good is he's got Owen Denny here. He's going to have Owen's brother Michael Denny coming up next year as a freshman. Not sure if he'll get a chance to be the kicker. We got Trevor Bolden on the Lake Central side as well, so that'll be an interesting thing here. But that's one of the nice things about you had Owen's brother Michael, who kicked, Coach Putman there over at Clark Middle School, told me that Michael Denny kicked a 24-yard kick field goal not too long ago. So
very nice, very nice. From the 24-yard line, right? So that'd be a 34-yard field goal.
It may have been at the 14.
Okay.
So make it 24.
Yep.
He didn't specify clearly or that well, but something that came in passing in conversation. So 1st and 10 from the 30 here. Berta runs ahead out across the 35.
Yeah, Berta just a steady diet of Justin Clark and Thomas Berta for the Vikings, just establishing that run game. They pick up a 5 on 1st down, 2nd down. It's 4 or 5 yards for the 1st down. So they're getting that good push. Again, I sound like I'm repeating myself, but boy, they just love running to that right side.
Yes, they do. And if it's going to be open, they're going to continue to run to that right side.
They've got an unbalanced formation to the right.
Berta runs to the left side this time, doesn't get all the yards he needs, picks up 2 on that play. Now, just for those that are watching with the feed at home, can you explain what you mean by unbalanced?
Well, they have all they have is a guard and a tackle to the right, and then they have the center, then they have a guard, tackle, tight end, and then they have the up back right there. So they're overloading. Plus, they have 2 receivers to the right side at the bottom of the screen, so they are overloading the right-hand side.
Clark keeps out across the 40 up to the 45. It's a 1st down.
And what that gives them is it gives them a couple extra gaps that they can run to on that right side. And defensively, Lake Central is not sliding their defensive front. their linemen over one spot. They should at least slide a gap or a whole person, those guys over, because now all of a sudden those linebackers are having to step up and take on a lineman right at the point of attack, and it's not working out well for the Indians.
So it's a four-season mechanical first down here. Berta again to the near side. Big tackle put on there by Tyler Bessich at the end of that play.
Yeah, nice hit right there, Tyler Bessich stepping up. That's one of the few plays where they haven't gotten 5 or 6 yards on a running play, so it puts them in second down and long. Situation that Valpo has not been in.
My question to you is, why are you not wearing the same shoes that Lake Central's wearing out there? We got to get you some of those shoes.
I got gray on.
We got to get you some.
I got whatever my wife brings home from the store.
Fair enough. Clark looking to throw. First pass of the night, but he decides to step up and run. That's one of the hidden talents. You see, well, I guess it's not really a hidden talent anymore. It may be a hidden talent the last couple of years, but
when you got 600 yards rushing,
the book is out on him, I guess.
But the reason why he had to run that ball is because the secondary coverage was awesome out there. There was not a man open. Defensive backs and linebackers got great drops and were in all the passing lanes. Nowhere for him to go. Better for him to tuck it and live for another down than try and force something, get an interception.
So a third down situation here for the Vikings. They haven't found themselves in this kind of situation a whole lot tonight. Handoff to Berta, runs to that right side, and he's going to be right at the marker, it appears. Maybe a little bit. Nope, they're going to mark him right at the 44.
Yeah, it's going to be whether it's the front foot or the back foot that the umpire marks it at.
And they are stopping the clock and maybe asking for...
We're right on it, too, so it looks like he has got the first down. They're going to measure.
They are going to ask for the change to come out. So with that, we're going to remind you that we have 3 awards we're going to hand out at the end of this one. Actually, Mr. Simmons over here is going to announce those winners for you a little bit later on.
But you can name them. Well, I looked through the binoculars to see if it's a first down.
That's going to be the Crow Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. The Crow Company is proud to recognize the superheroes on the football field.
Do we need the cue card for this
one? We got. Is that what the referee's going for right now? Is he going for an index card? Is he trying to make his Gene Steratore moment right here?
I mean, it is.
We got binoculars up here, sir.
Yeah,
and it is a first down.
Yep, first down. What are the other couple awards?
That is the Proud Eden Home Play of the Game presented by IKORCC. That may have been one right there. Just that call right there. Could have been
by the official.
Yeah, why not? I don't think we've ever given the play of the game to an official before.
No, we have not.
And there's good reason for that. But we got Proud Eden Home Play of the Game presented by IKORCC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters, and then the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. And that's a 4 seasons mechanical first down. I may have just broken the record for sponsors in a breath. As Berta runs ahead, he gets across the 35 and up to the 30, 25-20 before he gets out at about the 21, maybe the 20-yard line.
Nice job, Berta, getting a good feel for that. When the play was designed to go to the left, he got it through the line of scrimmage and all of a sudden broke it back to the right and was able to bust it up for about a 15, 20-yard gain right there. Big play.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from about the 20-yard line here. So a 4-season mechanical first down for the Vikings. Again, the team with a lot of poise on this team, going to a state championship last year. It's a handoff and a run ahead for the Valparaiso
Number 28.
Vikings. Yep, that's going to be Gage Finley on that run.
Yeah, give Berta a break. He's been tearing it up so far.
Well, not long on that break because he's right back out there.
Enough to get a sip of water and head back on out.
Really impressive run by the Valparaiso team last year to go down to Indianapolis, and a lot of fun to get to cover here on the Region Sports Network as well. And one of the things that really stood out, especially to Coach Marshall, was just the leadership and the activities of the guy who's got the ball right now that gets tackled out across the 10-yard line, and that's Justin Clark. Really likes how he stepped up as a leader this past year.
Well, anytime you're the quarterback, that's part of the position is to be the team leader, and he stepped up big time, especially as the playoffs went along throughout the season. He got better and better, and so did the team.
But that's not always the case, though, Jay. I mean, I get that that's the expectation of the quarterback, but not everybody steps up into that role quite as nicely as Justin Clark has.
Yeah, correct.
Clock continues to run down here in the first quarter as this run ahead and across the 5, and the players are trying to will it into the end zone there, but
looks like about the 1 yard line.
So it'll be 2nd and goal here. Trying to go quick, and we do have a whistle and a timeout taken by Lake Central. So we'll step aside for just a moment. You're watching Game Night, but by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. 2nd and goal. Little quarterback push. Are they in the end zone? They are. Viking touchdown to go up 13-0 here in the opening quarter.
Justin Clark just found the beef up front, gets a good push, and from the 1 yard line scores. That comes at 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first quarter.
Do they call that what do they call that? The tush push or something? Just kind of pushing that guy in? Yep. So Drayden Wilcox on to kick the PAT. Here's the snap, and the kick is up, and it is good. So 14-0 your score here with 2 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. You're watching Game Night, but by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For over 100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117.
Welcome to Public Bar and Rec, located in downtown Crown Point, a place for good games, good drinks, and good food. So come in and make it public. Try to survive zombie dodgeball, score a hole-in-one playing golf, or choose from over 13 multi-sport simulator games while fueling your competition with a variety of appetizers, entrees, and beverages. We have games for all ages with our family-friendly hours till 9 p.m. Reserve your simulator at publicbarandrec.com and let the fun begin.
Got some. Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Also a Streck Van Til hometown scoreboard update for you. Over at Crown Point, you've got the Bulldogs up 14-0 on the Michigan City Wolves in the first quarter. And then over at Wheeler, Griffith is up 6-0 in the first quarter. And that
Go Panthers.
That kickoff taken to about the 20-yard line, and it was... Can't see the number quite yet. Looks like Richardson again on the return, and we may have an injured Viking on the play as they're asking for coaches to come on out. It might be number 14 out there, Austin McKenzie, but trying to bring you some other Streck and Van Til hometown scoreboard updates as they become available. Scoreless after one over with Andrean and the Red Devils. Boone Grove leading 15-0 over Bishop Knoll.
That's number 94. Number 94.
Oh, excuse me,
Yep.
94. I was like, what number is he shouting at me right now? Elijah Shelton.
Then he hopped right up.
So that's what we're looking just for some random scores here. West Side up on Calumet 8-0 at our viewpoint here as we're getting ready to go here for Lake Central as we have an earlier whistle here. Is the ball not set in the right spot, or are they looking at a receiver out there in that far side? So Reddick looking to try to get something going here for Lake Central, and they read the...
They were in the huddle on that one.
Yeah, they read that offensive move right there. Do the Vikings. Brooks going nowhere.
Looked like
except backwards.
I was going to say, it looked like Dylan McGuire, number 97, in on the play. Oh, and Sammy Ampliotis.
Ampliotis, there you go. It's going to be a spelling test at the end of this one for you.
Oh, boy.
$1:25 to go here in the opening quarter as Reddick trying to get just something going for Lake Central. They're going the wrong direction. And, you know, we did talk to Coach Good, and he mentioned how if he doesn't get them in a position to be successful, as this one almost picked off, but picked up for a first down in Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. It'll be 2nd and 10 here from the 11. Keep from Clark. The pile pushing him forward out across the 5-yard line, taking about the 2, maybe the 3-yard line. So 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, nice job.
Sorry, 3rd down coming up.
Yes. Yeah, nice job. Clark right there puts his hand down, feels his offensive lineman, and just rides the wave as they move forward. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Clark keeps and runs into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the evening, his 6th rushing touchdown of the season.
Yeah, 3-yard run by Justin Clark. Just sort of, again, looks like the same exact play from the last play. They just instead of running to the right side, now they're starting to run the ball to the left side. So that score comes with 11:26 in the 2nd quarter. Getting heckled by the press box there.
You are getting heckled by the press box. I am not. I'm staying on their side. As that kick is good from Wilcox. I want to be invited back, in a few weeks. So I'm going to stay on their side. So it's 21-0 in favor of the Vikings. We'll step aside. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
It's almost Halloween, and Heinold & Feller Tire Company and Lawn Equipment in Valparaiso announces their Monster Tire Sale. Now through October 31st, save up to $240 on a set of 4 Bridgestone Auto or light truck tires. Visit Heinold & Feller Tire Company and Lawn Equipment at 1707 East Lincoln Highway in Valparaiso. And you can also check them out on the web at heinold-feller.com. Hurry and get your savings because this spooktacular sale won't last long. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Welcome back to Game Night, built by Von Tobel here on the Region Sports Network. This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Mr. Simmons, I'm going to have you read this one.
All right, right after the kickoff.
Okay, put the spectacles on, and they're already on. We're good.
Yes, they are. They never come off. Unless I have binoculars on.
Because you can't look at the.
Can't see the field.
You can't look at the binoculars through the glasses?
No.
No? Okay. No. I do. I still don't see anything. Is this one picked up here on the kickoff? This is Amarion Brooks out across the 20-yard line, trying to get up to about the 23.
Yeah, Lango's Pizza has been a favorite spot, and one of my favorite spots, not since 1979, no. Enjoy pizza, sandwiches, and more. Dine in or carry out. Lango serves Northwest Indiana from their 3 locations. Highland, the one that I go to, Cherville, and Crown Point. Order online at langos.com. Lango's Pizza, the official pizza of Region Sports. Yes, it was so official last week. There was none left when I got back.
So now that you've announced to the world that you go to the one in Highland, I'm gonna have them keep track of their sales. If they all of a sudden start to dip,
what are you talking about?
100% blame it on you. Hand off to Brooks, who juts ahead just shy of the 30-yard line here for Amarion Brooks.
I think that's about the first time he saw daylight in front of him. Nice carry right there on first down.
You know, one of the nice things for us is, you know, when we do get to talk to some of the athletes down there, you know, some guys are, you know, a little shy to talk to. They don't know, you know, they don't always want to say too much to the media or something like that. Mari has no problem talking to, well, either one of us, but he knows us a little bit more. Brooks tries to get to that 30-yard line mark. Looks like he does get to that mark, so
it's going to be third down and about 3. See if they can get another first down. Now, the one play that they did in that last drive is they booted out to one side or the other, get the quarterback out of the pocket, a little flat route coming across the field. That's going to work here. Keep the quarterback on the move. He cannot set his feet and try and throw in that pocket. The offensive line is just not giving him enough time.
So third down coming here. Hand off to Brooks, and he is going to be going nowhere as he gets tackled big time and in on
number
that tackle.
47.
Oh, my. Ty Veen said, young man, you are going nowhere but the other direction.
He ran into a closed door at full speed.
What was that scene in The Blind Side where he puts them like over the wall? That's kind of what that felt like a little bit right there.
Yeah, Ty Veen, boy, that once he hit that one right there, there was no going forward. Nice tackle, solid wrap up, causes it fourth down, Lake Central to punt.
It's the kick here, and Julian Stokes says, I'm not going to pick that one up. Hopefully it didn't touch him for Valpo's sake, but it's going to get taken down to about the 11-yard line. By the way, coming into today, Cam Reddick for Lake Central was 5 of 7 for 63 yards and a touchdown.
That was a 60-yard punt, by the way.
I know you. I noticed you had to take your shoes off to be able to count that one. So
60 yards.
That's one of the things that secret weapons. You talk about those intangible things that's working. You would think that maybe the kicking game isn't really working on a night like this. Well, Owen Denny says, "Well, I can kick into the rain."
Yep, and there's really no wind either way, so he's, and it looks like it's stopped raining here for the time being.
Oh no, it's still coming down.
Is it?
Yeah. You just look at the lights.
Oh.
Change that prescription, sir. Berta on the right side gets ahead out across the 15, taken out at about the 18-yard line.
If it is, it's a fined miss. Yes, I see it now. It is a fined miss coming down. Not sideways rain like it was at the beginning of the game.
No. Yeah, no, it's just a little delicate sprinkle, we'll call it.
Second down and 2 here. Vikings moving the ball at their will.
Looking to run is Clark, trying to find some room on the left side, and he does not find it. Trying to see which Indian was in there on that original tackle. Like was that number 50 out there? Did I see a 5? Oh, that's Matt Penman in on that tackle.
Yep, going to be third down and very short for the Vikings. They have been almost perfect throughout the night on third down.
I feel like you got to be really careful with your word choices here. You're already like being looked at by the rest of the guys in the press box over here. Calling you near perfect is a little dangerous. Running ahead, gets the first down according to the far side official and the near side official here, and
it looks like he's picked up about 4 or 5 on the play. Again, Vikings on the ground, like we talked about earlier, have established that nice running game up front. And, this is something that they can build off of as they go into the playoffs, even though they do have the bye week next week.
They will play Chesterton.
Yes, they will.
To open things up. Clark looking to throw, looking to go long range, looking for Stokes, and he gets the flag like he was looking for. He went airborne trying to draw the contact and gets the flag.
And it looks like number 50 for the Indians
Penman
was on
again.
the cover. Yep, yep. Matt Penman just never turned around. He had great position, but you put a linebacker on a wide receiver like that, you're just looking for trouble.
Yeah, trying to break into that secondary for Lake Central on a night where we don't, and we really haven't. It's pretty much as advertised as we thought it was going to be with the conditions the way they are outside. We kind of figured it was going to be more of a run game from both teams, and we knew that from Valpo already. It wasn't going to be a heavy pass to begin with, but certainly because of the conditions, amplifies it even more. So it's a Four Seasons Mechanical first down for...
Yep, at the 39-yard line for the Vikings.
And they got their trips to the right side, so again, kind of loading it up to one
yes,
side.
Yes, they do.
Clark moving to that right side. Passes ahead, looking for Stokes. Did he come up with it?
No.
They're saying no on the catch.
I think Clark could have, if he'd have kept that, he had an escort in front of him. He could have gotten at least 10 yards.
I think he definitely had some room to run.
Yes, he did.
Wants to try to get Julian Stokes into this one.
Yeah, I think, like we talked about at the beginning, the receivers are going to be a minimal factor in tonight's game with the rain and the wind conditions. As the wind starts to pick up a little bit, coming from left to right across your screen.
Did see Stokes, who's on that wide receiver corps, have a return touchdown a couple of weeks ago. Berta finds some running room ahead and gets across midfield.
Wow, nice vision by Berta in the hole. You see that little slide step he got through to the lineman. Then he did a little slide step to his right. Oh, and then we find out why he had such a nice lane and was holding on a play.
Yep.
Right at the point of attack.
Usually, not all the time, but
that was great vision by Berta. He sort of slithered his way through that hole.
How does that go? Like, how do you just kind of maneuver your way? Like,
yeah, well, did you see how he got through the initial line of scrimmage?
I just want to see you do it. That's right.
Nah, that ain't going to happen. Maybe a few years back, but not anymore.
By the way, connecting the first half and the second half of tonight's game, it's the Hose Connections halftime report presented by Hose Connections. Proven under pressure.
That the pressure being
under
turned
pressure.
up?
Yeah. Just for you. 7:28, Clark looking to pass here. Up ahead, passes, almost caught. Oh, wow.
Number 89 for the Vikings.
Keegan Bagley. Oh, excuse me, that was not Clark in on that throw. Was that number? That was number 7, Andrew Alcorn, excuse me.
Boy, if he would have been able to just throw a little arc on that ball, that would have trickled right in there. But the tight end, Bagley, was just unable to come up with it.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those, like, in the air, like trying to juggle it and also trying to catch it at the same time.
Yes.
Really almost came down with that one on the pass from Alcorn. So he's still in there for the Vikings. Alcorn looking to throw. Steps up, takes a little take to run, and gets taken down at about the 28-yard line. So a loss of 1 on the play, and this will be 4th down. And really the first time tonight that we've seen Valpo have to kick.
Yeah, and, well, it's, you sort of got behind the 8 ball right there when you had that holding call on that play. So it's, forces teams into a couple passes, even though Valpo's trying to maybe work with their Andrew Alcorn at the quarterback spot, throwing and punt passes.
Wilcox kicks this one straight into the air. This will take a high bounce at the 40-yard line. It's pretty much going to die right about there as Marion Brooks was back to return. So they're going to take it at the 39-yard line. Certainly the best starting field position of the night for Lake Central.
You know who's going to be back in the studio tonight? At the Centier Bank studio after the game.
I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say you. No?
I'm not.
I didn't know if you were driving all the way from here to Valpo. I didn't know.
I did that when we played. When I did the first game like that.
I know.
Penn. It was a 6:30 game, so a little bit of a time difference, but.
Yeah, so who's going to be back there?
Yeah, well, we'll find out as
I
the night goes. I thought maybe you
were
knew.
like a special guest or something. You were actually telling me here. Reddick trying to pass ahead. He gets the pass completed.
Oh, nice catch right there.
Yeah, Richardson right about the 49. So it's going to be a Four Seasons Mechanical first down for Lake Central. So LJ Richardson is able to pick that one. Actually, they're going to mark it a little bit short.
Yeah, just a little bit short, but great coverage there by Tyler Verschure, number 16. Did a great job all over, but hey, he was able to perfect pass, perfect throw, nice catch.
Well, best starting field position of the night, so Lake Central tries to get their best drive of the night going if they possibly can. A yard shy of the first down. Here's a low snap, picked up by Brooks. Going to try to turn the edge on the left side, gets across midfield, and he's going to be taken out of bounds in Viking territory as they watch what happens over here. He's taken out at about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, nice job right there, making something out of nothing. I don't know if there was a flag on the play.
Well, looks like the officials are conferring over there a little bit. All the officials except for one over. Is that was that a targeting indication, or was that a face mask call?
I could not tell maybe a pull on the face mask.
Yeah, they might have,
inadvertent.
Yeah, they may have said pulling out the face mask over there. So
that is a pull because they are marking off 15 yards. So Lake Central gets a deep dive into Viking territory.
So this is something that Lake Central certainly needs to capitalize on.
Yes, they do.
21-0 the score, trying to get their first score of the evening. Reddick looking to pass, goes the long ways, far side of the field, passes, batted away. Richardson, the intended receiver.
And Verschure on the coverage. He is doing a nice job at that outside cornerback position, doing a nice job. Good coverage, no pass interference, knocked it away at the last second. Looked like it was going to be a completed pass.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 on the 23-yard line. I'm sorry, on the 33-yard line, I beg your pardon, for Lake Central. Really needs to get something going here to at least pick up a couple of yards to make third down a little bit more manageable.
Oh, definitely. You want to get it down to 3rd and 5 because at this point in the field, you're going to go for it on a 4th down.
So we got a timeout taken by Lake Central. We'll keep it right here.
You know all those. You can.
I know. What do you?
Okay. Here, let's get the Lango's.
Okay.
Yeah, Lango's Pizza has been a favorite since 1979. Enjoy pizza sandwiches and more. Dine in or carry out. Lango's serves Northwest Indiana from their 3 locations, Highland, Cherryville, and Crown Point. Order online at langos.com. Lango's Pizza, the official pizza of Region Sports Network.
Very nice. At the end of the first quarter, Hanover leads Hammond Central 21-0. Munster is up on KV 7-6 at the end of the first quarter. A Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard update. Maryville up on Chesterton 14-7 in the second quarter. Rensselaer up 8-0 on Tipton in the second quarter as we draw your attention back to the action here. Looks like we're going to see some pressure coming here from the Vikings and a flag on the play. There was a lot of guys coming up to that lane on the defense.
They were throwing everything but the kitchen sink, and it was offsides.
Yep. So that helps Lake Central.
Yes, it does.
Moves the ball up a little bit here.
Be 2nd down and 5, 2nd down and a little bit more manageable.
So you're looking at definitely running the ball on this play, I would assume. You were doing it on 2nd and 10, so 2nd and 5. Try to draw up something here, you would think. Trying to get another Four Seasons Mechanical first down if they can. Do have those awards we're going to hand out. Crowd Company's Landerman Superhero of the Game. Just proud to recognize the superheroes on the football field. 5:51 to go here in the half. We'll have the Hose Connections halftime report for you as well. A lot of guys in motion here. Reddick keeps on the far side, tries to get a couple of yards, gets probably right back to the line of scrimmage, and a flag on the play.
Yeah, nice tackle. That came up by Ty Veen on the tackle. So let's see what the flag is right here.
It's going to be a holding against Lake Central, so that's going to knock them back. So
I don't know. We'll see. Do they want to take third down and 5 or second down and 15? Looks like they're going to take it. Looks like it'll be a spot foul, so it would be second and 14. It was 1 yard past the line of scrimmage.
So I think if you ever decided to not be the rules analyst or an analyst, you can just be a rules analyst here, and you can do all
There we go. Well, I have started the last couple years officiating junior high and freshman games.
That's true. I've seen you out there.
Yes.
You're not very good at it, but
hey, whatever it takes. Hey, you got to start somewhere.
That's true. That's true. Before you know it, at the age of 80, we'll see you out here doing IHSAA games. A lot of movement again.
Yeah,
this looks like it's going to be a false start.
Yeah, it looks like one of the receivers jumped before the snap.
Yes, the press box is hounding Jay here at the moment.
I'm not in charge of throwing the flags out there.
As he just told the audience that he's an official for junior high.
That's right. I'm just kidding. My brother used to tell me he'd go to games and his flag would be sewn in his pocket.
When he did officiating?
Yes, he did.
There's times where I've been down
for many years.
When I was covering down on the field and doing some of those sideline supercuts that we used to have, or we've had in the past, I would go to some of the officials and I said, "Hey, let's keep those flags in those pockets." Is this one?
Wow.
Big takedown in the backfield.
Number 23 for the Vikings.
23. That's Tanner Young. Takes down Amarion Brooks. So we were talking about how Lake Central was using a lot of momentum. I mean, it's going to be like, what, 3rd and 25, if not longer at this point? Or, I mean, it's going to be a long time.
3rd in the country mile.
Yeah.
But you got to slice it into 2 plays, I think.
Trying to get down to the 23-yard line. They currently stand on the 48. So it's going to be a long way for Lake Central here on 3rd down, and that's just not. Just those penalties and then things like that as Richardson gets stopped at the 50 and then taken down at that line of scrimmage there.
Nice pursuit by the Vikings right there. They had a couple receivers out there downfield trying to make some blocks, nothing doing. Those defensive backs made him come back inside, and the linebackers were able to pick up the play. Ty Veen, again, on the tackle.
Well, here's a benefit for Lake Central, I guess, is you got Owen Denny out there now who's been pretty good at kicking.
Yeah, his last punt was 60 yards. And it looks like the rain's picking up a little bit more. Now I can see it.
Just wipe that smudge off your glasses, and you can see even more of it.
Ooh, almost
this one
blocked.
kicked, and this one going to bounce at about the 16 and go all the way into the end zone. And so that turf getting a little bouncy out there like a trampoline, and gives us the touchback, which is going to give good starting field position for the Vikings. Look up a little bit more Strack and Van Til hometown scoreboard updates for you. Maryville and Chesterton all knotted up at 7. Got Red Devils 9 and Drayen 0 at the half. Calumet's tied up with about 5 minutes left to go in the half. Crum Point up 32-0 on Michigan City in the second quarter. So we were trying to keep your attention here, saying that Crown Point, you never know, could lose a game, and they're not on their way to doing that here.
No, they are not. As we got 3 minutes and 24 seconds left in the second quarter.
We'll have that Host Connections halftime report for you. We've still got some other awards we're going to hand out, by the way. We've got the Brown Union Home Play of the Game presented by IKORCC. Learn more at IKORCC.com. And then the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Earn what you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. Snap. Clark gives up. Berta runs across the 30. Pushing the pile up to the 35. Forward progress hasn't been stopped yet.
And the whistle finally comes out. Looked like it was a rugby scrum out there.
I was going to say, we were playing a different sport there for a moment. Have you ever played rugby?
No, I have not.
I think you'd be good at it.
It wasn't around that much when I was younger.
Well, I think they played
100 years ago.
Did you guys just play with a rock back then?
No, we played leather helmets.
Berta trying to find his way on the sideline here. Gets a nice chunk of yardage on the play.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be very close to the first down.
About a yard short.
Yeah, Chris Gavin had a shot at Berta in the backfield, and it just seemed to slip right out of his grasp. It's going to be second down, and it looks like it was less than one, or right at 1 yard.
As you mentioned, that rain coming down a little bit harder now. Kind of.
Yeah, that wind starting to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, it's not totally sideways yet, but certainly coming in at a diagonal. Throw to the left side. Alcorn.
Yeah, number 35, Jeffrey Lucas, lands a big hit on Justin Clark as he releases the ball, but Clark on the target picks up the first down.
Yep, Alcorn on that one, on that throw there.
I
love that you chose the phrasing of landed a big hit, because I was told Jeffrey Lucas is actually learning to fly planes in his off time. It's Alcorn looking to pass up the middle, pass complete, out across the 35.
Number 34 for the Vikings right there.
That's Evan Olson out there.
Olson, nice job getting in, just finding an open seam out there and settling down and making a nice catch, especially in this weather conditions.
Yeah, Jeffrey Lucas learning to fly planes out of Griffith Airport with his best friend. Clark keeps on this one, runs ahead, gets tackled out across the 25, and he was looking like he was breaking for the end zone if he wasn't tripped up on that play.
Yeah, number 4, Chris Gavin. Fernandez, I'm sorry.
Ryder Fernandez, number 28. 72 tackles coming into this game.
Well, Lake Central is just getting gashed right now. They're just offensive line of the Vikings is just very physical, very dominant out there.
Well, the defense has been out there quite a bit
yes,
already.
Yes, they have.
Berta runs to the 20 as the clock continues to wind.
And you got Andrew Elkhorn back out there.
Yeah, kind of running a little combo of two different quarterbacks, probably just to get some playing time and just preventing some injuries on these slick conditions that we've seen tonight.
Yeah, especially when you got a couple weeks off and you got a 21-point lead.
Yeah, Valpo will play Chesterton, not next week, but the week after. This one, a high throw.
Yeah, Elkhorn could not handle the snap, and by the time he spun the ball around, it just wobbled right out of his hands and floated out of bounds. It's going to be third down and 8.
Scotty Bradney was the intended target. Lake Central, on the same night, will play Portage. Obviously, we know Valpo won the state title last year, so the last time they won a sectional was, last year. For Lake Central, it's been since 2013 since they've won a sectional championship. It's been a little while. That one's going to be a flag on.
Looks like offsides on Lake Central's.
In fact, for Lake Central, they have not won an opening game in sectionals since 2014. So they have gone 8 straight years without getting a win in sectional play.
And who do they play the first round?
Portage.
All right.
So they may have a chance. One of the few teams that have a worse conference record, and Lake Central beat Portage earlier in the year.
Yep, 21-20, so it could be a good first-round matchup.
Clark keeps, gets tackled at around the 10-yard line.
That was week 3 of the season. And it looks like Valpo's going to call timeout.
We're going to step aside for just a moment. You're watching. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to keep it right
here
on the Region Sports Network. I was mentioning Jeffrey Lucas, doing the learning how to be a pilot and out of Griffith Airport. His best buddy, I mentioned, Kyle Klepkowski, who I'm fairly certain I had maybe I think his sister at one point in my teaching career. Yeah, I mean, a really cool opportunity. That's not a hobby that a lot of people pick up on. Is trying to learn how to fly.
Yeah, I live in Griffith. I hope he doesn't.
I'm sure he's going to stay far away from your house. Don't worry. No, but it's definitely a unique skill to try to pick up. And I guess my understanding is kind of during the COVID time, just trying to learn a new hobby and something different that a lot of people don't get a chance to do. So, and of course, we're living in an age where different jobs are needed. So maybe becoming a pilot isn't. Certainly good money in that field if potential. So Valpo looking to get another score on the board before we get to the halftime. 35-0 Hanover with 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard update for you. Alcorn runs out to his right. Pass up up the middle. It was almost intercepted. Yeah, Chris Ramirez helping me out here with the names of the Klepkowski sisters. I had Alyssa Klepkowski. There's Alexa as well. Klepkowski, excuse me.
Yeah, Alcorn right there. Just, you know what, it looked like both of the guys were covered. He tried to float it over to defense, and I think he might have been better off if he'd have ran it there.
Well, Michael Liggy almost came up with that one,
yes, he
by
did.
the way. Michael Liggy almost came up with an interception. Would have been the second one of the year for him if he did. Handoff to Berto, runs ahead, breaks a couple of tackles, and is in the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Yeah, nice run there, right, Berta. That was a 10-yard run on the play. Berta with his second score of the night. First one came at 8:03 in the first quarter on a 5-yard run. Thomas Berta with his second of the night on a 10-yard run.
So 2 for Justin Clark, 2 for Thomas Berta. And it's 27-0 right now with 56.5 seconds to go in the half. Wilcox it's going to be a fake here. Running out to that right side, trying to go for 2 and can't get it to go. So a little trickery there beg your pardon, looking at the wrong roster there. Jacob Moore trying to get that one in the end zone for a 2-point conversion, but we're going to step aside. 27-0 your score. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Looking to buy a used vehicle at a reasonable price in the Valparaiso area? Then check out Valpo Car Company, a family-owned dealership since 2009. Recently given an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau, Valpo Car Company finances all types of credit. Stop in and see the owner, Nick Mandich, a 2002 Valparaiso High School graduate, at their dealership at 150 East US Highway 6 in Valpo. You always could check out their website at www.valpocarco.com, where you can easily find the used car you want in seconds. Valpo Car Company, we could help you get into the ride you want.
Welcome back to Game Night, built by Von Tobel here on the Region Sports Network. This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. And I've also just been given a report that a brief rain shower will begin soon.
When did it stop?
I don't know. I'm just told that's what my weather alert says. So when a low line drive kick and having a hard time getting that one. Looks like Marion Brooks trying to get some room to run.
Got
the defense
nice.
All kind of worked towards that end zone there and was able to get a few yards out of it.
Yeah, Brooks did a nice job. Once he corralled it, was able to get all the way back to the 23-yard line, it looks like.
So he was just trying to get the defense all the way down there so that way he can just burst forward and try to get some yardage. He was trying to just lull them into thinking he didn't have it. He had it all the way.
Under control.
It's like you in the classroom. Just make them think you're not doing nothing, and then bam.
It's all under control.
Teaching the kids something. Always got to give you a hard time.
Yes, you do.
Hand off here. Brooks still bouncing off some
and
lost the football.
Big hit. Laid there right by number 6. Recovers the ball for the Vikings.
And that is Jacob Moore who came up with that one. But, yeah, I mean,
he got hit right on the ball. The shoulder pad popped it, and the ball came out and hit the ground. Trying to get some extra yards. Sort of off balance a little bit by Brooks right there. Just an unfortunate mistake caused by the weather.
So, this is going to be a huge advantage here for Valpo. So you're up 27-0. You got 40 seconds to try to punch one into the end zone yet again and try to get a bigger score here and really keep all the momentum on your side.
Oh, definitely.
So at the 30. we have a lineup off sides? Looked like it was close. Alcorn looks to throw. Pass just shy of Julian Stokes out there. I thought I saw a little bit of a movement there by the defensive line for Lake Central and thought he may have
maybe he did not cross the neutral zone.
He must not have. Officials would have called it. I mean, they're closer than we are.
Yes, they are. Julian Stokes did break open. It looked like Andrew Alcorn right there didn't step into his throw. He sort of threw that one flat-footed, and that's why it sort of died on him right as it got to the receiver.
Alcorn is 6'1", 185-pound senior. Running out to the left, throws to the left side, gets Stokes that time. Oh, they say
out of bounds.
No catch. They say no, it's out of bounds.
And it's right in front of Coach Marshall right there, and he is not saying anything, so good call by the official. And it was hard for us to see. We had some top of some heads in the way.
Some green helmets in the way. Like, you sit down a little bit, will you? Trying to call a football game here. So again, I'm not going to say anything too negative here. I don't want the press box guys to get mad at us over here. They're listening intently to everything we say now, or at least you. Clark back in at quarterback. He's going to tuck and run, trying to get a first down, at least keep the drive alive, and it's taken out across the 25 as the clock is going to stop with 22.5 seconds. He's shy of a first down. It's going to be about a yard shy, it looks like. So this is going to give Coach Marshall his first timeout, and certainly something to think about here. And, Jay's going to think about it as well. So we're going to step aside. You're watching Game Night by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Valpo Car Company. We could help you get into the ride you want.
The secret to making life better is found at Duffy's Place in Valparaiso. With a staff that loves their customers, Duffy's Place is open 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. daily. Looking for great food? Check out the menu that has something for everyone, including wings, burgers, and pierogies. Duffy's also has a patio for outdoor seating. If it's live music you're looking for, this is the place for you. Stop in for a bite and watch your favorite hometown team. Duffy's Place, 1154 Axe Avenue in Valparaiso.
22.5 seconds left before halftime here. It is 4th and 1 for the Vikings. Quarterback Keep runs ahead, gets the first down, still moving the pile up to the 10-yard line.
And the clock will stop on the first down.
To get the first down.
16.1 seconds left. It looks like they're going to run up, spike it.
Well, they're waiting for the official to officially say, let's go, and he does there. And they are going to spike it. So now you got second down coming up here and a short drive. So you got 14.6. So you can maybe take, 2 shots to the end zone?
Oh, you got at least 3 with a timeout.
Well, you got second down, so.
Unless they want to work on their kicking game.
Wilcox, 1 for 2 on the season. As long as 42 on the year. Clark keeps, runs ahead, taken down around the 5, and the clock will stop, and they're going to have to call a timeout here, and it'll be taken by Valparaiso. So it'll be 3rd down and 5 coming up here. So I guess the question is, it's 5 yards, so you're going to make a shot towards the end zone here on 3rd down.
If they still have 1 timeout, I didn't keep track of their timeouts, but they have 8 seconds, so they can throw 2 pass plays in there. You got 3rd down, so if it's incomplete, you got another shot. Just don't want to get tackled inbounds here.
So meeting at the respective numbers right around that 20-yard line there. 8 seconds to go.
Just switched the scoreboard. It's got 0 timeouts. That's what I thought. So with no timeouts left, you definitely got 2 pass plays here, unless you want to trot the kicking team out and work on your extra points.
So it is Alcorn out there with Berta just on his right hip. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the near side. Looking to throw left side to the end zone, almost picked off. It was stopped by number 15 for Lake Central. That's Xavier Welty out there.
And we're trying to figure out the number of the receiver to that side. It was either 6 or 8.
It was number 8.
Carter Emmett.
Yep, Carter Emmett.
And it looks like now they're going to line up for the field goal from the 12-yard line. To a 22-yard field goal.
So Drayden Wilcox, 1 for 2 on the season. And it is good for the field goal. So add 3 points to the score, 30-0 with 0.6 seconds left to go here in the half. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel, the only game in town.
Experience the White Rhino, Chicagoland's premier bar and grill. Choose from a selection of mouth-watering lunch and dinner entrees. Like sports? Watch your favorite team on one of our 21 HD TVs. Plus, stick around for the best in late-night entertainment. Reserve our private loft for your next event. And be sure to check our drink selection with 125 beers to choose from. Dining, sports, nightlife. The White Rhino.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Welcome back to Game Night, built by Von Tobel here on the Region Sports Network. Michael Brenner here along with Jay Simmons. We're in the first half still. This is a Quintel kickoff presented by Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. We've got 0.6 of a second left
we do.
on the clock here in the opening half. The press box has officially started to blame Jay Simmons for all this.
Now it's the official scorekeeper, the clock.
No, we're still blaming you as the ball has fallen off the tee, so we're going to have someone hold the ball. And I do not. Can you see that number down there?
I do not.
Love how hard you tried on that one. Thank you very much. Wilcox will kick it away. It was number 11, by the way. This one going to go taken by Brooks at the goal line, trying to get through the defense, and this will be how the half comes to an end. So the holder on that one was Henry Gilliland, or Gilliana is the holder for that kickoff. All right, we're going to head to the Host Connection halftime report on the other side of the break. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Update your kitchen or bathroom with Von Tobel. Get 20% off select cabinets now through October 28th. Von Tobel has cabinets and vanities in a range of styles and colors. Plus, built-in storage, countertops, and flooring. Our designers will help you find the perfect selections for your style and budget. Scan to visit VonTobels.com today to book your free consultation at one of our 4 Indiana showrooms. Von Tobel. Building better together.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace of mind and a finished job that exceeds your expectations. For more info about Quintel and the services they provide, visit quintel-inc.com.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
How far would you go to relive another Friday night under the lights? Well, lucky for you, you don't need to go that far at all. At Region Sports Network, we have a collection of over thousands of games, ranging from last week to the 1960s. Now, you can relive the thrilling victories, the heartbreaking defeats, and all the things that make Friday Night Lights so great. Talk to us here at RSN and help us remember the region. Please visit Remember the Region with the link on the screen or through our link tree found on our social media platforms. Hashtag Remember the Region.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack and Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use, and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, presented by Von Tobel. You're watching the Hose Connections Halftime Report, brought to you by Hose Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hoseconnectionsinc.com. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. We welcome you here to Viking Field. Michael Brenner here along with Jay Simmons. And I'm getting a little nervous here in the press box because they've been against you all night here in the press box. And now they have officially brought the police into the press box now to keep you in line, apparently. So
hopefully they tase you before the end of the game.
It's not me calling them up. It's the guys here in the box. But we've got a good one here from. Well, if you're a Viking fan, it's a good one. If you're an Indian fan, not so much. 30-0.
I was going to say it's just been a dominance by that offensive line for the Vikings. They have established the running game, and they have not stopped since. You got Thomas Berta with the touchdown. That came at 8:03 left in the first quarter.
Excuse me. He's getting all choked up about it.
Yeah, about it. Thomas Berta with the first of a few touchdowns. That came, like I said, at 8:03 in the first quarter. It was a 5-yard run. And then Justin Clark, 1-yard run at 2:02 left in the first quarter. So that ended the first quarter, 14-0. And then 34 seconds into the second quarter, Justin Clark with a 3-yard run that came at 11:26 in the second quarter. Thomas Berta with his second touchdown. The longest run for a touchdown of the game at a 10-yard run. That came with 56 seconds left in the second quarter. And then Drayden Wilcox with a 22-yard field goal with 0.6 of a second left in the second quarter. And that puts it at 30-0. Valparaiso Vikings all over the Lake Central Indians tonight.
So you have been referred to as public enemy number 1, and then our timekeeper is public enemy number 2.
Yes.
With the police on hand here in the press box as well.
A lot of people in here trying to stay dry.
Fair enough. All right, so there's a recap of your scoring in the first half. We'll come back on the other side of the break and give you a recap, or give you a couple keys to the game in the second half, maybe for Lake Central, and then how Valpo can put this one away, and then we'll bring you some scores as well on the other side of the break. You're watching Game Night, but by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, There's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Growing up in Northwest Indiana, I am proud that my family's been doing business here for nearly 100 years, which started with my grandfather, John Gladish. Over my career, I've witnessed families being torn apart by the negligence of others, and everything from unguarded openings at construction sites to reckless driving on our roads. Our experienced attorneys, paralegals, and staff know that insurance companies and their lawyers will go to great lengths to avoid paying compensation. Do not waste your one and only opportunity to seek fair compensation for your loss. Give the Gladish Law Group a call and put our team to work for you.
Since 2000, Hose Connections in Hammond has been a premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop offering quality hydraulic and pneumatic products and services. Hose Connections takes pride in not only meeting but exceeding customers' expectations. To learn all about the products and services that Hose Connections offers, visit hoseconnectionsinc.com or call 219-844-6570. Hose Connections in Hammond, proven under pressure.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. This is the Hose Connections halftime report. Michael Brenner here along with Jay Simmons. We got Milton Johnson working the camera tonight. Zach Sinelli working the production. Those guys doing a phenomenal job over to my right. And, well, you're right as well, I guess.
Yes, I am.
You're even more
Thanks,
to the right.
Thanks for saying that.
What, about just talking about you or just
the phenomenal job all the people to your right have been doing.
Oh, yeah, all of you, yeah, doing a great job under these elements here tonight. Although we get lucky, we get to stay in the
how about
the press box and behind a glass window at that. But it's a fun night here at Valpo, despite the weather. A lot of umbrellas in front of us.
I was going to say the umbrella crowd tonight.
Yep, heavy umbrella crowd tonight. All right, so going into this second half, obviously Lake Central wants to put up a score before the end of the night. How are they going to do that?
Well, they've been doing a nice job of mixing up their plays. It's just not the execution. And you know what? Their inexperience in the backfield shows when you got your starting quarterback and your starting running back who's going to Iowa next year, and you got those two guys out. It's difficult to put the pieces together on a week's notice, and it shows out there with how they're executing out there. I mean, the offensive line is just overmatched. The defensive line for the Vikings is playing great. And, I mean, how many times have we said Ty Veen making a tackle tonight? So he's all over the place from his middle linebacker position. It's just going to be a tough order for them. I think what Lake Central needs to do is get some first downs, get some continuity going, building into that bye week, and then getting into their playoffs. Because if I can find it here, I did have the playoffs. And Lake Central, we talked about it earlier, does play Portage. Crown Point plays Lafayette Jeff in the same sectional. The winner of those two games will play each other. And that's in the 6A sectional. And let's look at the 5A sectional. Maryville starts off with Munster at the top of the bracket. Hammond Central and Hammond Morton play each other just below them. Michigan City plays LaPorte. And that's in the lower half of the bracket. And then Valparaiso and Chesterton, some foes that just met a couple weeks ago. So it's going to be an interesting 5A sectional after the bye week. But I think that Lake Central needs to just get some continuity, get something established, get some good blocking, and really work on executing defensively as well, trying to stop that run. again, just get some momentum building up towards that bye week, because you don't want to go in flat on that bye week and then try to pick things up. It just doesn't work that way. Momentum just seems to grow as you know, especially if you play well and you have a good Saturday that you can watch some game film, especially the second half here. Lake Central just needs to step it up just a little bit.
Well, and you talked about how we had talked to Coach Good before the game today about, you know, some of these guys that are playing out there, obviously guys who aren't normally playing on Friday nights, like quarterback Cam Reddick as well. And so, I mean, just not the cohesiveness that we're used to seeing maybe when Kwiatkowski is out there, when Xavier Williams is out there. And that's just, you know, maybe these games where maybe they are healthy scratches and just kind of, you know, on a night like this don't want to risk any further injuries, so saving them up for that week that they will start sectionals in a couple of weeks. And as you said, for Valpo against Chesterton, and like for Lake Central, it's against Portage. So we'll take a look at some scores on the other side of the break. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, built by Von Tobel and the Host Connection Halftime Report. And this is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Centier Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit Centier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. This is the Hose Connection Halftime Report, brought to you by Hose Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hoseconnectionsinc.com. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. Again, we got some Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard updates for you. Hanover leading Hammond Central 35-0. Munster is up on Kankakee Valley 21-6 in the second quarter. Crown Point all over Michigan City 32-0. Maryville up on Chesterton 14-7 in the second quarter. And we had some of those scores that we were mentioning already. So there's some of the scores here from the Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard update. I do have another one for you, and that is that Valparaiso is up 30-0 on the Lake Central Indians. Are you impressed I knew that one?
Yes, I'm overly impressed.
You would be. All right, let's take a look at our Gladish Law Group starting a lineup. It'll be the Valparaiso Vikings who get the ball first in the second half. So we saw Justin Clark in at quarterback to start things up with Thomas Berta running in the backfield. Your receivers, Julian Stokes, Damari Gordon, Charles Kopp, Scotty Bradney, and Keegan Bigley. All in the receiving core. Your offensive line, Matt Hofer, Peyton Barrera, DeAndre Price, Caden Reeder, and Caleb Sharp from left to right on the starting line. And then the starting defense for Lake Central, starting with the defensive line. You got Jamon Williams, Dylan Knezevich, and Christian Gavin. At the linebacker core, you got Chris Gavin, the high flyer, Jeffrey Lucas, Tyler Bessich, and Matt Penman. And then in the backfield, your safeties are Ryder Fernandez and Michael Liggy. And then your cornerbacks are Mylan Davis and Amarion Brooks. With your special teams for Valparaiso, your kicker today, Drayden Wilcox, who kicked his second field goal of the year from about,
22 yards.
22 yards, okay. Your long snapper was Evan Olson, and your holder was Charles Kopp. And then your returners today, Tyler Verscher, Julian Stokes, Austin McKenzie. Those are your kick returners. Then your punt returners, Tyler Verscher and Thomas Berta. That is your starting lineups for the second half, sponsored by Gladish Law Group. Visit dgladishlaw.com or call 219-838-1900. That's 1900.
Thank you for that.
I got you. You know what? Let's just go ahead and give you the Lake Central starting lineup.
Yeah, do it, man.
As well. Again, more Gladish Law Group starting lineups. Starting quarterback today, Cameron Reddick, along with the running back, Amarion Brooks. He's the tailback. And then your halfback today, Owen Denny. Your receiving core, L.J. Richardson, James Graham III, and Mason Lopez. And your offensive line, Jonathan Ross, Little Jimmy Johnson, Brogan Damron, and then Andy Allegria and Matthew Kafka. On the defense for the Valparaiso Vikings, Tanner Young, Ruben Wall, Dylan McGuire, and Parker Gleason all on the defensive line. In the linebacker core, Tommy Ampliotis, Ty Veen, Brendan Gagan, and Sammy Ampliotis. And then in the backfield, your cornerbacks are Tyler Verscher and TJ Watkins. And then your safety today, Jacob Moore. With the special teams for Lake Central, your kicker today has been Owen Denny. Trevor Balden comes in and helps every once in a while on the kicking. Long snapper, Braden Schneider, and holder is Trevor Kubacki. Your returners are Amarion Brooks and Michael Liggy. That's all brought to you by Gladish Law Group. They continue to be recognized by U.S. News and World Report as a top law firm. Visit dgladishlaw.com for more information. And we've got a Economy Electric heating and cooling game night forecast for you to start the second half. It is about the same temperature. It's about still 55 degrees, although it feels a lot colder when that wind comes in. When
yes,
the door
it is.
behind us.
A little bit of crosswind here coming from left to right.
I'm going to say we have a little breaking news here. I do not see that light mist that we saw earlier, so it is actually it stopped raining for now. There's nothing. There is no precipitation coming from the sky.
Yes, it is.
So Lake Central will kick things away here. It'll be Trevor Balden to kick things away for Lake Central. They're starting to make fun of us in the press box
yes,
over here. They're pointing at us and everything. Man, I was staying on their good side, too. Julian Stokes takes this one at about the 6-yard line. He's going to run ahead. A couple weeks ago, he had a kick return for a touchdown. Valpo would love to start the momentum up here with one, but he gets tackled at around the 32-yard line. That'd be quite a start to the second half.
Yes, it would be, but I think Lake Central's really got to come out and try and. They should have went through and made an adjustment, especially to that unbalanced line. Maybe slide a defensive lineman to the unbalanced side. Try and help those linebackers out. It seems like the linebackers are getting more out at the point of attack, and that's how Valparaiso's been picking up so many chunk plays.
And we appreciate you tuning into the Host Connections halftime report. Brought to you by the Host Connections. They're proven under pressure. Doom, 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 doom. Start of the second half here. Berta runs ahead and gets quite a few yards as he still continues to move the pile. Gets up to about the 44-yard line. That's a huge pickup for a first down.
Yeah, that motor did not stop moving by Berta. He just blew it away and kept on going. It looks like about a 14-yard gain on first down.
So clock will run, and we did have a Quintel kickoff. That kickoff and all kickoffs are brought to you by Quintel Incorporated. Clark looking to throw down the field, looking for his receiver. Did he get him?
Yes, he caught it.
Yes, he certainly did. Huge catch.
Number one, Scotty Bradney on the catch. Laid all the way out and came up with that catch. Perfect throw by the quarterback. And it was perfectly in stride, thrown by Justin Clark.
So a Four Seasons Mechanical first down here for the Vikings. And now in definite territory, looking to get the next points scored on the board. Clark keeps, runs ahead, gets a few yards.
Yeah, Clark right there, just a simple dive play, picks up 5 on the play. Valparaiso is moving right from where they took the ball at the end of the first half and just picked up the momentum and just kept it going. What are you looking for?
I lost one of our reads.
Oh, beautiful.
It is actually under the feet of these guys down here a little bit. I did find it. There it is. We'll get that here in just a second. Can't lose the Quintel kickoff read. Berta stopped. There's a flag on the play. He bounces off the tackle and tries to get a few more yards. We do have a flag on the play in the center of all of it.
Yeah, usually at the point of attack, that is going to be a holding call. Looked like Dylan Knezovich had him in the backfield, and it's slipped right out of his hands, but there's going to be a holding call.
Yeah, it's against the Valparaiso Vikings, so backing it up a little bit here. Second down coming up.
And that last big play from Justin Clark to Scotty Bredney might be like one of our plays of the game.
Yeah, one of our proud unit home plays of the game presented by IKORCC. Do you know where you can learn more about IKORCC?
No, where?
At IKORCC.com.
Beautiful. I had to lead you into that one.
I think I led you into that one.
Well, let's see if we can come up with a big play here. Maybe that would be the next candidate for our play of the game.
Well, I don't want to be a part of the play. I'm going to let them be a part of the play, and I'm just going to call it. Clark keeps, runs to the left side, spins out across the 20, dives, try to get to the 15, and he's going to be down around the 17-yard line.
That may be a spin, but did he really gain anything out of it? He did make that one guy miss, but he sort of came out of it sort of like his feet weren't underneath him, and he sort of looked off balance and fell down right there.
Okay, maybe he didn't come up with anything, but you know what? He looked really cool doing it.
Yes, he did.
Because he went with a little Superman dive at the end of it.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Vikings at the 17-yard line.
Because if I went for a dive like that, I'd be tearing ligaments. Clark running to the right side, looking for an open man. He finds it in the end zone, but it's going to be a little too far. The intended target, Carter Emmett, in the back of the end zone. So 4th down coming up.
Yeah, nice coverage there by Michael Ligu. What's that? Liggy. All right, Liggy. Nice coverage by Michael Liggy back in the corner of the end zone, number 21 for the Lake Central Indians. Indians' pass coverage has been pretty good so far throughout the night, besides that one big play.
Kicking team out for Valparaiso now. So Drayden Wilcox with the ball on the 26. Sorry, the 24, I beg your pardon.
That looks like it'll be a 39-yard field goal attempt.
And we got an awkward snap and a lot of whistles.
And it's delay a game.
So that'll back it up a little bit. And then
44-yard field goal.
That would make a new long for Wilcox. His long this year is 42. So now we're going to have the decision of, are they going to do it or are they going to kick it or not? And you can see the holder out there. Jacob Moore is like, we'll go for it. So now with the ball on the 34-yard line.
That'd be I think that's the 29-yard
I'm sorry,
field.
I beg your pardon. Yeah, 29. I'm looking at numbers wrong. 29-yard line. It is up. And it is good! Huge field goal for Wilcox.
39-yard field goal.
So 39 yards for Wilcox, and it makes it a 33-0 game for the Vikings. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship, the best hands in the business.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Marion Brooks will take this one at about the 10-yard line, trying to get some momentum going Lake Central's way. He'll be tackled as we got a lot of contact around the 40-yard line here. Nobody seems to be paying attention to that one.
It was all clean.
Okay, I mean, I just happened to look, and there were a lot of guys.
They were just exchanging phone numbers. Hey, what are you going to do after the game tonight? A couple guys.
Okay, all right. Just going to have a little discussion. Maybe they're going to watch film together. You know?
Yeah, there you go.
So Lake Central trying to build some kind of momentum, as Jay was talking about, just needing something to go into that, the bye week for the postseason.
Yes.
And this is one of the things, obviously in the playoff baseball, everyone's talking about how these long delays were preventing some of those top teams from doing well in the playoffs. But this is going to be a chance for these DAC teams to really get a rest, as Richardson trying to get something going there, but not much to do.
For Lake Central, try and get some of their guys that are on the not dressed.
Yeah, healthy.
Get them healthy for the first round of the playoffs. I think that's a key for some teams that walking a little bit of wounded players at this time of the season.
Yeah, I think that'll prove pivotal. It makes it kind of hard for these the 1 through 4 classes who maybe have to play all 3 weeks. High snap over the head of Reddick, and it's not going to be picked up by Lake Central. It's picked up, and they're going to say down.
98.
98 came up with that one. That's Parker Gleason. His second fumble recovery of the season.
Boy, nice job right there. Gleason just did a nice job. 88. Okay, well, 98. He looked like he had practiced that because he did a nice job rolling over to the side of the ball, so that way when you land on it, you don't knock the wind out of yourself or break any ribs. So he did a nice job picking it up and scooping it, securing the ball.
Shout out to Angela Bartolomeo out there at Hanover watching her kids play today. Telling us we look pretty toasty here in the broadcast.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, Jay. So for Valparaiso, this is a huge possession because if they can score, I mean, no matter what the score is, whether it's a field goal, touchdown, safety, whatever the case may be, we're going to see a running clock the rest of the way.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing right now because the last thing either of these teams want are somebody getting out there and getting hurt.
Trying to spread out the field a little bit. Keep for Clark, and he's going to go into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. The third of the night for Justin Clark.
As they call it in hockey, he's got the hat trick.
Look at you. So it is a hat trick for Justin Clark tonight, his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. And Wilcox on to attempt the extra point. This will potentially make it a 40-0 ball game. As it stands, it's 39 right now. Here's the snap, the hold. The kick is a low line drive kick, and it is good. So it is 40-0 in favor of the Vikings. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For over 100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate, to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117. Welcome to Public Bar and Rec, located in downtown Crown Point, a place for good games, good drinks, and good food. So come in and make it public. Try to survive zombie dodgeball, score a hole-in-one playing golf, or choose from over 13 multi-sport simulator games while fueling your competition with a variety of appetizers, entrees, and beverages. We have games for all ages with our family-friendly hours till 9 p.m. Reserve your simulator at publicbarandrec.com and let the fun begin.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, presented by Von Tobel. Michael Brenner here along with Jay Simmons, Zach Zanelli, Milton Johnson alongside as well. This is a Quintel kickoff, and it's a booming one as Marion Brooks will take it at about the 6-yard line. Drops it, picks it right back up, tries to get behind some defenders, and is going to try to make his way across the 25 and does so. And we will have a running clock going forward the rest of this one here tonight. 40-0 in favor of the Valparaiso Vikings.
Lango's Pizza has been a favorite spot since 1979. Enjoy pizza, sandwiches, and more. Dine in or carry out. Lango's serves Northwest Indiana from all their 3 locations, Highland, Cherryville, and Crown Point. Order online at langos.com. Lango's Pizza, the official pizza of Region Sports Network.
So Lake Central is still looking to try to get on the board here tonight. They're going to try it with this drive here. Brooks tries to get ahead. Nothing doing. Gets right back to the original line, to that line of scrimmage there. So no gain on the play, but I guess if you're Lake Central, the positive saying they didn't go the other way.
Yes, and again, Lake Central just trying to find something that they can hang their hat on. But like we said, they're missing 2 key components, and anytime you got a team that's struggling and also missing their top 2 offensive players, it's going to just add to the struggle.
And it should be noted, too, we haven't really said much about Cameron. I mean, he's a sophomore, so I mean, sophomore in here on a Friday night against against the defending 5A state champions. High snap, give here on the near side. This is a run play for Brody Ramirez on the near side. So now you're also going to start getting some of those as the clock is going to stop with as a flag on the play. So the clock is going to continue to move. Okay.
No, there was a holding call right at the point of attack. The tackle or tight end to the outside of the Indians made sure his man was sealed to the inside and was holding on to him.
Bringing in more police officers to keep you in line, apparently, into the press box here.
Uh-huh.
So Lake Central backed up, and, I had made the comment saying that, he got back to the line of scrimmage, and then now it's going the way that they didn't want it to.
Yep, it's going to be 2nd down and about 20.
19.
Yeah, close enough.
We're just making things up as we go. Who cares? Yeah. Well, I just like to make him sound wrong. Handoff here. Ramirez getting tackled beyond the 20-yard line here. And the clock will continue to run. And so one of the things, obviously you're looking at some of these guys as Brody Ramirez comes in here. He's a freshman on this team, getting some time here on a Friday night.
That's something big for the future.
Right, so now you're getting to see, we said that these are the weeks where maybe you get to see a little bit what your team has, and we don't know everything that Lake Central had, so. Looking to throw here, Reddick up the middle. Pass is caught by Denny. Out across midfield, up to the 40. He's going to continue to go up to the 20, and he's going to be into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, Denny did a great job shedding blockers as he was running for the touchdown. There was a 78-yard touchdown pass. That could be play of the
That could be
game.
the Proud Union home play of the game, presented by IKORCC. A long run for the halfback, Owen Denny. So 3:25 left to go in the quarter. Like Central finally gets on the board. It's a huge play from Reddick to Owen Denny. On for the extra point is Trevor Bolden. The kick is up, and it is good. So it is 40-7 your score. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
It's almost Halloween, and Heinold & Feller Tire Company and Lawn Equipment in Valparaiso announces their Monster Tire Sale. Now through October 31st, save up to $240 on a set of 4 Bridgestone Auto or light truck tires. Visit Heinold & Feller Tire Company and Lawn Equipment at 1707 East Lincoln Highway in Valparaiso. And you can also check them out on the web at heinold-feller.com. Hurry and get your savings because this spooktacular sale won't last long. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Better Beef of Indiana. Hormone-free, locally raised, and locally processed beef. Better Beef of Indiana is located in Valpo at 2600 Beach Street, where you could buy individual cuts of beef completely raised in Hebron. From single pounds of ground beef to filet mignon, Better Beef of Indiana has it all. Visit their website at betterbeefindiana.com. Follow them on Facebook or call the owner, Kevin, directly at 219-508-5797. Better Beef of Indiana, where quality meets value.
Welcome back to Game Night, built by Von Tobel here on the Region Sports Network. This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Were you teaching yet in 1994?
Yes.
Were you?
Yes.
Okay. I was 3.
Congratulations.
Lucas in on the hole. The kick is up, and it's going to be taken by Julian Stokes at about the 8-yard line. He's got some room to run. He's out across the 50, up to the 45, tripped up, and going to the 40. He's moving his way into the end zone at the 10, 5. It's a return touchdown, Julian Stokes.
Wow, what a return. He just ran that straight up the middle of the... He never left in between the hashes, ran straight up the middle, bounced it to the outside once he got past the 50-yard line. Had guys bouncing off from left and right. Neither team on the last 2 plays wanted to tackle anybody.
So
you had an 80-yard pass return for a touchdown, and then now a kickoff return for a touchdown.
So you already started to write down.
I already wrote it in. I'm not changing it.
Oh, mercy. All right, so Wilcox on to kick the extra point. The only problem is, we had a running clock, and it's going to continue to stop here as the extra point is up and good. So 47-7 your score. 2:05. It stopped with the
the extra point conversion.
Yeah. All right, we're going to step aside. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Looking to buy a used vehicle at a reasonable price in the Valparaiso area? Then check out Valpo Car Company, a family-owned dealership since 2009. Recently given an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau, Valpo Car Company finances all types of credit. Stop in and see the owner, Nick Mandich, a 2002 Valparaiso High School graduate, at their dealership at 150 East US Highway 6 in Valpo. You always could check out their website at www.valpocarco.com, where you can easily find the used car you want in seconds. Valpo Car Company, we could help you get into the ride you want.
Got it. You're up, man.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. I was looking down at my
that's why I had to give you the cue. You're up.
Apparently. Just smack me next time, Make sure you stay with the Region Sports Network after the game as we'll send it back to the Centier Bank studio. RSN will recap all of tonight's action from around the region, all from the Centier Bank studio. Who's going to be there?
We don't know.
And nobody told us. Can somebody tell us?
Yeah, how about it? Is anybody listening? Come on. Let us know who's going to be back running the show over there.
Wilcox will kick things off. This is a Quintel kickoff. Brought to you by Quintel Incorporated. This one going to go into the end zone for a touchback. There's been a few times now where Marion Brooks could have let them be in touchback, and then he ends up wanting to take it anyway and try to get some yardage out of it. And he's done a couple of good opportunities.
Yes, he has. He's done a nice job on kickoff returns. Just a couple of his running plays, he's tried to extend the play, and he's gotten popped right on top of the ball and fumbled it a couple times.
So Valpo getting to the line, ready to go here. Well, Lake Central, who's finally got their first score on the board, and then Valparaiso says, okay, that was a nice run. We got one, too.
Yep. A couple plays where they forgot to put the defenses on the field.
Yeah, just let them run all up and down the field. It's all right. Makes for fun calls.
Yes, it does.
On our part. Reddick throwing far side, twisting and turning, can't come up with the catch. On the far side.
Number 10?
Number 10 for Lake Central. Grenada Hot Stream.
Yeah, Reddick's got to throw that one a little bit sooner. He just sort of, the receiver had some room, had some space. He just got to get rid of that just a split second sooner to let the receiver be able to adjust to it.
Well, and it is windy. We can see
yes, it is.
We can see the trees kind of.
And the flag at the north end over there, it's sort of going crosswind.
Yeah, the trees in the foreground over there.
Yep.
Reddick gives off to Brooks. Not much doing on that run there, so it'll be third down coming up here for Lake Central.
Yeah, Lake Central just sticking with the running game here on that play. It's going to make it third down and long. That's one thing bad about it. If you throw the ball on first down, it's incomplete. Now all of a sudden you're second down and in the hole. And you know in the NFL, if it's an incomplete pass on first down, 65% of the time it is a run on second down. And it is the end of the third quarter.
So the end of the third quarter, we will step aside. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Company into the ride you want.
The secret to making life better is found at Duffy's Place in Valparaiso. With a staff that loves their customers, Duffy's Place is open 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. daily. Looking for great food? Check out the menu that has something for everyone, including wings, burgers, and pierogies. Duffy's also has a patio for outdoor seating. If it's live music you're looking for, this is the place for you. Stop in for a bite and watch your favorite hometown team. Duffy's Place, 1154 Axe Avenue in Valparaiso.
Welcome back to Game Night, built by Von Tobel here on the Region Sports Network. We talked about one of those awards. We got a couple others we're going to hand out. The Crowd Company's Lanterman Superhero of the Game, along with the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Appreciate you, Jay. You're a gentleman and a scholar for sure. Oh, high snap. Reddick
another one.
Able to fall on top of it. Having a hard time with the
that Brogan
Damron, yeah.
Damron is having a little bit of a struggle there getting that ball down.
So I'm going to ask you this. So I would imagine normally between Chase Kwiatkowski, who's 6'2", and then you got Reddick, who's 5'11". Does that make a little?
No, not really.
Make that much difference,
even if Kwiatkowski was in there, those snaps would definitely be high because he's jumping way up, his arms all the way extended. So do it with the slick ball again, bad conditions.
Owen Denny in his end zone to kick this one. Kind of a low. It's going to take a couple of bounces out across the 40. Continues to roll, and we'll stop it around the 47-yard line. So Valpo with good field position to start on this drive here with 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
And the Vikings, I'm sure, are going to run out a bunch of guys that will probably be playing tomorrow morning as well.
Yeah, why not play back-to-back games? You can do it. We believe in you. I'm just looking to make sure I haven't missed anything tonight.
Nope. Ah, yes. After this play, we'll get to something else here.
You're going to sing for us?
No, I am not.
That would be nice. A little Sweet Caroline would be wonderful to hear from the melodious pipes of Jay Simmons. And at
number 11 at running back for the Vikings,
Henry Gilliana.
And don't forget, Lango's Pizza has been a favorite spot since 1979. Enjoy pizza, sandwiches, and more. Dine in or carry out. Langos serves Northwest Indiana from 3 locations: Highland, Cherville, and Crown Point. Order online at langos.com. Langos Pizza, the official pizza of the Region Sports Network.
I also want to point out it's lingospizza.com.
Yeah.
Not just
they
Langos.
know.
All right. Galeana running ahead again. Going to be shy of the first down up to the 40-yard line. Actually, Langos Pizza sounds really good for dinner right
yes,
about
it
now.
does. Well, by the time I got back from the game last week, it was almost 11 o'clock. The only thing that was left was bits and pieces of
By the way, on
pizza in the box.
On that last read, by the way, when you said, don't forget, I want everyone to know that Jay really did include an index finger to go up in the air as if, like, don't forget, with a little emphasis, with, the index finger up into the air.
Well, I like to talk with my hands.
Galeana gets stopped at the 40-yard line. We'll lose a couple of yards here or get right back
No,
to
he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Picked up one. It's going to be 4th down and 2.
What do the stats say to go for it? Or yeah.
When you're up by 40.
Do you have that in
when
your?
When you're
like,
up by 47 to 7, yeah, you go for it.
You're up by 40. That's
I know. 40. I said 47 to 7.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the last part. I stopped listening.
Right.
I usually stop when you start talking. It's usually when I stop listening.
Yeah. That's a familiar theme.
I think your wife says the same thing, right? You start talking.
I didn't go there with that.
4th down here. Hand off, trying to run to the left side, and a big old tackle for Lake Central. So for Lake Central, Brody Ramirez, he was doing a little bit of running on the offensive side and now comes in with a big tackle.
Yeah, nice job right there. Blitzed right into the play. Makes the big stop on 4th down. Lake Central gets the ball.
So turnover on downs, Lake Central with it. It's a Four Seasons Mechanical first down, by the way. Brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. Would you like me to spell that? Are you good?
I'm good.
You're good. Okay. Just want to make sure. In case you wanted to go. Brooks, left side, gets taken down at the 45, and we may have a down lineman, but he gets right back up with a little assistance.
Yep, pickup of about 3 on the place. 2nd down and 7 for the Indians.
That was little Jimmy out there, the left guard. 6'4", 260. It's James Johnson, by the way.
Okay. That's not little.
I have a story behind that. Reddick gets the snap, rolls to his right, looking ahead. Pass is going to be a little too low for his intended target of Trevor Kubacki.
Yeah, he had the other receiver open. That would have been just a little bit easier of a throw. He had Damari Gordon open just a little bit to his right. It looked like Reddick had to throw it across his body. Oops, wrong side of the flip chart. That was James Graham, wide receiver that was open. But he had to throw that one across his body, and that's why it sailed straight into the ground. You always want to throw with the ball in front of your body if you're rolling out.
Looks to throw, right side, pass is caught. There's James Graham III, who gets tackled right around midfield. It's going to be shy of a first down, though. And there may have been an argument on that far sideline for a late hit out of bounds for bringing him out or bringing him down while he was already out of bounds.
It looked like it was in the momentum of the play.
Well, I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm just saying there may have been some,
Yeah. We heard the groaning from the umbrella crowd.
So 4th down here. Denny on to kick for the punt with 5:25 to go. Straight up in the air. About the 7-yard line. Trying to get another big return. Ramirez out there to take him out of bounds.
Versure with the return. Looks like he gets it up to about the 33-yard line, so it'll be first down and 10 for the Valparaiso Vikings.
So first down brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical out of Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialists. Keep that in mind here in these cold days approaching here in Northwest Indiana, in case I need a little heat to add to the house or anything like that. Because the air conditioner went on the fritz when it was hot, once we started the school year, so I got to be careful and watch these things. So Giliana with the carry there on that one. So second down coming up for the Vikings. And, we've been talking about the IHSAA postseason coming up right around the corner, starting next week. Neither of these two teams will be in action. Not because they're not good enough. They're certainly good enough to play in the postseason. Everyone gets to play in the postseason, but they get a bye week.
Well, 5 and 6A get the bye week, which, they are very happy to have.
Yeah.
Get like we talked about, Lake Central's very excited about the bye week coming up.
Yeah, since they have a lot of guys that are banged up. Would like to get them healthy for that matchup in a couple of weeks against Portage. And I believe they will be at home. Lake Central will be at home for that one, so that's even more important.
Yeah, it's gonna. You know what I mean? To get some momentum and to get some momentum for the program, it'd be nice for Lake Central to have that victory. You talked about the drought that they're in, so it'd be nice for Lake Central to get that big victory in the playoffs.
And certainly they feel like they could do that because they beat Portage earlier in the year. However, if you don't have, they didn't have Xavier Williams in that game, but they had Chase Kwiatkowski. So if you don't have Chase, then it makes things a little bit different because it was a very close ball game. In fact, it was a 21-20 victory for Lake Central. So talk about squeaking one out there.
Yes.
Little run here for the Vikings out across the 40 with 2:50 left to go in this one as we are feverishly figuring out who our award winners are going to be. So it's fourth down, and we'll see a change of possession here on this punt. Punt, by the way, going to be taken by Drayden Wilcox. Back to return for Lake Central is Michael Liggy. We'll go ahead and get name those award winners for you right after this punt here, straight up in the air. Liggy having to move to his right. It's going to take a couple of bounces right around the 20-yard line. Continues to roll into Lake Central territory, so it's going to be at about the 18-yard line. All right, let's go ahead and name our award winners for this evening. We've got the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. They have offices open 9 to 7, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. And I think Jay is super excited about this one because he has got dance moves to go along with it.
Yes, I do.
They're not good, but
they never were. And we got Justin Clark, the quarterback for the Valparaiso Vikings. 3 touchdowns. He had those 3 touchdowns via a 1-yard run that came at 2:02 in the first quarter, a 3-yard run with 11:26 in the second quarter, and Justin Clark, a 10-yard run at 7:30 in the third quarter. 3 touchdowns, over 50 yards rushing. So great job for him tonight.
Really nice for the senior Justin Clark. Yeah, 3 touchdowns. Certainly a candidate. Definitely worthy of that Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. All right, let's go with the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn what you learn with Boilermakers Local 374.
And again, it's Thomas Berta, Valparaiso Jr., running back, 2 touchdowns in the game, over 70 yards rushing. The guys that we should have gave that to possibly, and we talked about it, was the offensive line of the Valparaiso Vikings, but there was too many guys today. No, but they did an awesome job. And, kudos to them. That's Hoffer, Burita, Price, Reeder, and Sharp. I don't have my reading glasses on, so it takes me a second to get focused in on them. But great job by those 5 guys to get these 2 guys the award.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more with you. All right, let's go ahead and name our proud Union Home Play of the game presented by IKOR-CC. Learn more at IKORCC.com as we have a breakaway here. Ramirez trying to make his way on the far sideline before he's taken out of bounds out across the 25.
And That play of the game is a pass from Cameron Reddick to Owen Denny. 80-yard touchdown pass. 80-yard touchdown run for Denny. 80-yard pass from Cameron Reddick to Owen Denny. That came at 3:36 in the third quarter.
And that'll wrap things up here. It is a 47-7 win for the Valparaiso Vikings on senior night, the final night of the regular season. We'll have the IHSAA tournament starting next week. We'll have all that coverage for you right here on the Region Sports Network. Our executive producer is Chris Ramirez. Our operations manager is Rich Castillo. Our coordinating producer is Claude Martinez. And then our sports director is Jack Thiel. Your broadcast crew tonight, myself, Michael Brenner, along with the great Jay Simmons. I didn't say late this time. I didn't want to kill you off this time.
Wow, thanks.
Our producer, Zach Zanelli, and then on camera tonight, Milton Johnson. Those guys doing a great job down there on to my right. And then the coaches, big thanks to them. For Lake Central, it's Rick Good. For Valpo, it is Bill Marshall. Big thanks to the athletic directors here at Valpo. For Lake Central, it is Chris Enyart. And then here at Valpo, it is Stacy Adams. And, of course, you, the viewers, on YouTube, Facebook, regionsports.com, and IHSAATV.org. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So thank you very much. Stay with Region Sports after the game as we send it back to the Centier Bank studio. RSN will recap all of tonight's action from around the region, all from the Centier Bank studio, so make sure you stay tuned. Big thanks to all of you. Have a wonderful evening. Get ready because it's tournament time for the IHSAA. We will see you soon on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.